Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu and I'm bringing out this video of me playing a board game, and today I will be doing my teach and playthrough of Vantage. This is a game that I got recently. I went on a trip out of town and I got this game. So here we are, going to be doing a playthrough, teach and playthrough of Vantage. I will say at the top of everything, because this game is, hello, that's me. Because this game is kind of in a campaign style, it's not a campaign game, but it's in the spirit of that. There's going to be a lot of spoilers, there's going to be a lot of information that if you are brand new to this game and you want to be completely spoiler free, I can't make any promises, especially not with this video because I'll be doing a playthrough. So this will be actual playthrough. So spoilers abound, spoiler alert, spoiler, I will be spoiling things. In the review that I do about the game, I'll try not to spoil things as much as I can within reason. But there are how-to play videos that do exist. So if you want to learn how to play the game without spoilers, go check out Watch It Play's video. They did a great job of the video. I watched the video after playing a few games and kind of got some rules clarifications. So they did a good video, so shout out to Rodney for doing that. But in this video, I will be doing my version of a teach. That way people who are watching just kind of want to cozy up, watch one video and just kind of get through it. You can watch this video and I'll be giving an overview of the rules, and then I'll be doing a playthrough, talking about some rules, doing some clarifications, and doing my adventuring here. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and start with the background music here, because of course we got to have background music. So this is our background music. Hopefully it's not too loud, because I did a previous playthrough and the music was way louder than I thought it was going to be. So let me turn it down just a little bit. Yeah, I think what happens is my mic is actually lower than I thought it was. Let me just raise my levels. I can't reach that. Okay, all right. Good enough. Woo, the struggles of doing things live. I'm also live streaming on Twitch. So if you guys would like to check me out on Twitch, please feel free to check me out on twitch.tv/CulBlu, that's CulBlu. But if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching on YouTube. I will be posting all the things that I do on YouTube. So if you just want to wait for YouTube, then wait for YouTube, that's fine. But just let you know I live stream, so if you want to catch me doing my recordings and playthroughs live, feel free to check me out there. Okay, going along, Vantage. So what is Vantage? Vantage is essentially a choose your own adventure book in the form of a board game. It's kind of doing things that games like Sleeping Gods, things like Iridia, things like Tainted Grail, stuff like that, those kind of games are doing in the storytelling genre of the board game hobby. And this game is doing that in the sense of just kind of one-shots. So everything you do is a one-shot. One session is completely to itself altogether. You get all the experiences that you get from kind of choose your own adventure, making your choices, doing your dice checks and stuff like that. And you do it all in one setting. It's also a cooperative game that can play up to 6 players. I'll be playing a solo version of the game, of course. And also, sorry, if things are off-centered, my apologies, but that's my other camera. I have 2 cameras set up here. This one is more centered, so I'll stay on this camera while I'm doing my talking with my hands here. But essentially, a choose your own adventure book style game, and I'll be taking my character, trying to navigate them through, trying to survive, trying to make it out alive, and I'll also be trying to cycle through music to kind of keep it nice and interesting in the background. I did change up the music a little bit back to my adventure music because I'm playing a more of an adventure game instead of boring hospital music. But at any rate, that's an overview of stuff as far as what the game is entailing and what this video will be providing. So let's go ahead and jump into the teach of the game. And this teach is not going to be entirely comprehensive. This teach will be just enough so you guys can understand what's happening as I'm going along and why I'm making certain decisions. And while I'm playing the game, I'll clarify some more rules if they end up coming up that I missed out on explaining here. But if you do want to complete how to play, once again, Watch It Played, 40-minute video is great. Go watch it. It tells you everything. It's very minimal spoilers. Just enough, the number of spoilers that you need to kind of understand the game, and they did a really great job of that video. I can't speak enough about that. So this game's by Stonemaier Games, if you didn't know that, and Stonemaier Games, I think Jamie is his name, the designer. Whoa, it's on the rulebook, isn't it? Yeah, Jamie Stegmaier. Jamie Stegmaier basically made this game, and I've been watching some of his videos too. This is the last little blurb before I actually get into the rules teach. Some of his videos basically been talking about you know, mechanics that he likes in other games, things that he's seen in other games that he liked, and things that he's trying to bring into his own games, in Stonemaier in general. And a few people have said, I haven't played Scythe enough to know this comparison. This is just something I heard other people say. But a few people have said that this game, Vantage, is basically all the character interaction part, like the prompt interactions where you get event cards. It's just that adds its own board game. So I'll take their word for it. I haven't played that. I see it more as like a Sleeping Gods without some of the extra mechanics. So take that how you will. But we're going to go ahead and jump into the actual teach here. So as far as what we have on the board, we have a few things on the board. We have my character, which I'll be choosing one of these 6 characters, but I have my character. Just know one of these will be the character I'll be playing, one of these colors. I will also have my player grid, which is here. The grid is a 3x3 grid, so it's just 9 cards here, and that grid will be built out throughout the course of the game. I will start the game with just one character. So say, for instance, if I were playing the yellow character this game, I would start with just 1 card in the middle and then space for 8 more cards around me. This is invisible. There's nowhere to mark it. They do have player boards that I ordered that you can use to kind of hold on to it, but that's showing your things that you can have on hand around you available to you to interact with. You also have a storage area. You also have an inventory over to the side. There's no space visually here for it, but if I go to my other camera, I'll be holding my inventory stuff down here. As in things that are not in my grid, but that I have access to. There's a storage limit that you have. It'll be based on your cards, and we'll talk more about that as we go along. And also, my apologies for those who are frustrated that this is so much blank space over here, but this is how I had to set it up with my cameras that I have. So I just want to apologize profusely ahead of time. But I will be flicking back and forth between these 2 different camera views. The other thing that we have on the table is we have our center. This is called the center. This is a board that holds all of your center stuff. So it'll hold your challenge dice that you'll have. It'll hold your destinies that you'll get. So destinies that you'll get that you can use to win the game. It'll also hold missions that you have. Again, complete those, you can win the game. And also your challenge penalty dice. As you start expending dice, they'll start going to your penalty box over here after you've taken the consequences for those dice. And they'll go up here, and there's also a track to keep track of your health, your morale, and your time. So those are the things that are on the center board. The center board's the center, it goes in the center. It's where everybody will be interacting with, so be on the lookout for that. You also will have the box. The box itself has a bunch of cards inside of it. Oh, there's a die in here. The box itself will have a bunch of cards. Sorry, the box itself will have a bunch of cards in it. And these cards up here are just various items, locations, events, stuff, things and stuff I'll be interacting with. And these cards down here are locations. So the locations are where I'll be jumping back and forth between. I will be sleeving my location cards. I don't know if anybody cares, but I will be sleeving them. Again, in my review, I'll talk about this, but essentially, the designer of the game said, yeah, you know, you don't shuffle the cards, you don't handle them too much, so we don't expect people to sleeve them. But I just want to point out that one of my cards already has like a little nick, and it's bothering the heck out of me. You see that right there? See a little imperfection right there? It's because I went to pick up the card and I actually scratched it, and there's another one right there. So I'll be sleeving these cards at least, but I agree that these cards you don't handle too much. Anyway. These are cards that I'll be pulling as I go through the game when I'm prompted to kind of pull into the game and interact with, put in my grid, fights, whatever things come up. There's also the location cards I talked about before, which I'll just reverse this. There's also the location cards, which are these stack of long cards here. A stack of, okay, let's not do that. A stack of larger cards here. These cards are numbered. And the numbers are, basically the even numbers are facing me, the odd numbers are on the back, and they're counting up from front to back. So essentially, as I go to certain locations, it'll tell me like get location 284, I'll pull location 284, and I'll interact with it accordingly. So these are normally just sitting in the box, face down, like flat, like so, like that. But when you play the game, they tell you to set them up like this so you can kind of walk around. And I'll demonstrate a little bit more of that before I move this fully off of the table and then stick with the other view primarily. You also have your books. These are your books that you'll be using to engage with things. So as you play the game, if you do an orange action, for instance, you'll do the word engage. You'll do the engage action, which is the orange action. It'll tell you to go to this book. You'll base it on the cards you're on. So using the 248 as an example. So using card 248 here as an example, if I do the engage, which in this case is called commune, or it says commune here, I'll go to the orange book and I'll look for entry number 248, and it'll give me some challenge text. It'll tell me some stuff to do. And if I beat the challenge, which basically I just have to face the challenge, once I choose, I'm stuck with it. So I have to deal with the consequences of that. But once I succeed in the challenge, or once I finish dealing with the fallout from me doing that particular thing, then I will get whatever the rest of the text says. It'll say things like, you know, gain this card, or go to this location, or, you know, gain these benefits, gain some money, gain some boost, and stuff like that. So we'll explain more of that as we start playing through. I'm not going to get too exhaustive here, because like I said, it's not entirely a full teach, but just know that I'll be interacting with locations, doing certain actions at them, and then kind of moving through. And as far as the actions and everything goes, on your turn, everybody, if you're playing a multiplayer game, everybody gets one action and one action only. And then it's the next person's turn after you finish your action. And then it goes round robin forever until the game is over. But on your turn, you'll choose one of your actions. The limitations of that are that you can only do actions that you have in your grid, which will make more sense once we get that fully built out. You can do an interaction on your location. So using this location as an example again, switching back over to our other camera, so we can see a little bit closer. I can do one of these actions here. So I can do the blue action, the red action, the yellow action, the orange action, so on and so forth. And when I do that action, like I said, I'll look in the rule book, or look in the corresponding book. So if I do the green action of honor, I'll get the green book over here. I'll get the green book over here, which green is the help thing. And then I'll flick through it. I'll find 284, and then I'll do the text, or do the challenge. So actually, let's go ahead and walk through that one. 284. So I'm doing 284. So it's a skill check of 1, and it's called Honor, which matches the name there. And it says Honor the sanctity of the crystal. So what I would do is I would basically get a challenge die. So it's a challenge of 1, so I get one of these die. And essentially, I'll roll the die. Well, I'll do some things to possibly mitigate the die, but I'll roll the die. And if it lands on a face that corresponds to one of these 3 symbols, which is morale, health, or time, then I will lose those things if I just decide to accept those things. There are ways I can mitigate these dice rolls. We'll talk more about that as we go along in the game, but just know that this dice roll means that I'm going to lose 1 morale. And of course, when the track gets to 0, I could potentially lose the game. So it's very important for me to try to manage my health, try to manage my time, and try to manage my morale throughout the game. So that's how that all works. So that was just a challenge 1. After I do that, then I'll read the rest of the text after I suffer the consequences. Let's say I decided to accept. Let's say I had 2 of everything here, so we can see it on the same screen. And I decided to accept my fate of losing 1 morale. I lost my morale. Then I'll move on, read the rest of the text, and the text will tell me things like, some more flavor text about the thing, what I'm doing, and then it'll tell me things like gain an item. It'll tell me things like move to a location. It'll tell me things like, do another skill check, or it'll say the word continue. Now, if it says anything outside of the word continue, then my turn is over after I do all the things it says, like gain the card. I'll gain the card. Let's say it tells me to gain this card, which is not an actual card, and add it to my grid. I'll put in my grid wherever I wanted to, so I can put it. Here or here or here or wherever in my little grid, my invisible grid I have there. Let's say I put it there, and then afterwards my turn will be over. Now, if the text had said the word continue, then I would be able to interact with things again. So when I say interact with things again, I mean I could do one of these other things in here. I could do some of the specific text I was in the prompt that I just got done reading, or I can do the wander action up here, which allows me to walk through or go or navigate to a different place. I can interact with the text on a card over here in the missions, a card in the missions or destinies over here, or I can decide to just end my turn and pass. So those are the things I can do. The main thing is that the word continue allows me to continue my turn and do more things. But if the word continue does not exist in a prompt, then my turn is over and then it moves on to the next player. I'll be playing a solo game, so therefore I have infinite turns. So even if it doesn't say the word continue, I'm going to do another action. Now, the reason why it's also important to point out the different actions on the location cards is because once I do an action on a location card, I can no longer interact with this location unless there's text on here that says that I can interact with this as many times as I want, or continue, or whatever. So what that means is that on my next turn, I will be able to either move to another location, I can interact with any prompts here on my cards accordingly and do those challenges, do lookups, or I can do one of the missions or other things up here. So that is the flow of the game. So we should know just enough just enough to understand what's happening as we go along. Additionally, if you are playing this game with multiple players, just note that this game is co-op, but you're not allowed to show people what you have. You're not allowed to show people different cards that you have. You can tell them all you want. Your grid is public information. What's in your inventory is public information. And you're also allowed to help other people with their challenges and stuff. But what you're not allowed to do is you're not allowed to show them your location card and show them exactly what you have here. You can describe it to them. You can read out the text. You can tell them different actions that you have. It's all up to you. But you cannot show them the card. And that's going to be a continuous thing throughout this game. It's not going to be relevant for me right now because I'm playing solo, but I just want to let you guys know that that's one of the things involved with the game. All right. Okay, cool. So we should have just enough understanding of the rules to get on to the playthrough. So I'm going to go ahead and start the playthrough without explaining any further rules. Again, if you want to see a full teach of every single thing that you could ever want to know about how to play this game, please check out Watch Us Play video. I don't know how many more times I can promote that, but I'm not getting paid to promote it. It's just a really good video. And like I said, I watched it after learning the rules, but the rules aren't that complicated. It's just nice to have somebody affirm your understandings and clarify some things that you might have had a misunderstanding for. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start in the game. So when we start the game, we got everything set up that we need. I'm gonna move this box over here. Nah, it's too far. Okay, I'm gonna try to move it over here because I kind of hate having this empty. I don't know, this just bothers me, that being empty, but I guess if I just stay in this view, it's not that big of a problem, is it? I don't know. Well, okay, let me do this. Let me move this up because we don't need to stare at all that. All we need to see is just challenge die and then when I'm low in health or morale or other things. And then I'll move this box back over here because I do want it in a nice reachable spot for me. It does not help out. Does not help out how things are set out here, of course. But we're just going to do that. We got our resources over here. We got our dice tower over here. And first things first, I'm going to go ahead and start the game. So we start the game by going to the back of the Book of Secrets, no, the Book of Wanderings, or Book of Vantages. And on the back of this book is our very first location card. So we're going to start here. And I'm going to switch over my camera, and we're going to get going. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read the text here, starting with number 1, going to number 4, and then doing the things that it says. So this one says, I'll just start reading. Sorry, there we go. I'll just start reading. It says, weeks after receiving a mysterious signal from the Traveler, your ship arrives in the orbit of an uncharted planet. Create a total challenge dice pool using 8 dice plus 2 per player. So I've already done that. We have 8 dice here and then plus 2 per player. So because I'm playing solo, so I have a pool of 10 challenge die, and that goes in the challenge pool. So they're there. Next, we're going to go ahead and say, read the next text. Each player gains a different skill, select or randomize, and is matching character card. So I have played a game of the blue, the orange, and yeah, I think just the blue and the orange. So I'm going to roll the die and choose a random. And it's going to give me purple. All right, so I'll be playing the purple character. Oh, sorry, this is going to stay here for a second. So I will get the purple character. This is going to be going to my grid, which is going to be here once this is out of the way. But I'm just going to put them down here for a second. So now that I've done that, I gain a matching skill of that color. So I will gain a purple skill token. These are expendable. They can be used to reduce the challenge. So if I face a challenge of 4 for a purple action, I can spin this to make it a challenge of 3. And whenever I have a challenge, I roll that many die, and then I have to deal with the consequences. So just another rule I didn't explain earlier, but like I said, I'm going to keep going as we explain or as we play. And then afterwards, each player sets their trackers. So in this case, I'm playing the purple player, so I need the purple markers. And each person sets their tracker at their desired level. So I want to choose level 4. So I'm going to do all my markers here at 4, which I'll switch over to the other camera so you can see. I have my health, my time, and my morale is all at level 4 there. Okay. And then going back, we're going to continue. It says the first player, which is just me, gains 2 skills at random, and places the matching mission. So a matching mission over here based on the 2 that I roll. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll 2 die. And that's gonna give me 2 red. All right, I'll accept 2 red. Now the rulebook does, or this does say for setup, it does say if I do get a double of the same, I can choose to re-roll it for an easier mission. I don't really care that much because I haven't been doing missions. Maybe I'll try to do missions this time, but I'm just gonna go with it. So we're just gonna deal with the consequences of my decisions here. Starting already with the badness, huh? So we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves 2 reds, and we're gonna get mission 1577. So 1577. There we go. And we now have mission 1577. Now 1577, if we look at this mission, let me zoom in here. This mission says, save the world in dramatic fashion. So this says, fully slay an elemental. If you do, either gain a Destiny 1603, place in center, or in the game in a mission victory. So save the world in a dramatic fashion. And these are some of the interactions that I can do on this particular card while it's over there in the mission area. Like I said before, it's I can choose to interact with it, I can choose not to, but this is one of the things I can do on my turn. So I'm going to put this mission over here on this spot up there. And that's going to give me my mission that I have for the game. I can end the game by finishing that mission and doing the things that it says. And then after I do that, we're going to go ahead and go to location 1. We're going to go to location 1, which is on the back of the Book of Secrets. So here's the Book of Secrets. On the back of it, there's location 1. So location 1 gives us some more story text. The ship malfunctions. You have more, so you have mere seconds to escape. So each player gains a different skill, and we select or we can select it or we can randomize it. I'm going to randomize it because it's having fun randomizing. And I rolled a blue. So note that the keyword is different. So each player has to get a different one. But I'm going to get a blue, and that's going to take me to location 2. So I'm going to go into the box over here. I'm going to find location 2, which is right here. And this is going to be my first location. I'm going to get these out of the way. I'm going to put my character card here in the middle, which is being a placeholder for. Thank you. And we shall zoom back in, and we'll pretty much spend a lot of time hanging out in this zoomed in view. Okay, so here's my character card. Here's my location that I'm at. And there's a lot of text on here. It's a little bit hard to read from the camera view, so I'll try my hardest to read from the camera view. I don't want to move the camera around too much, but let me see if I can get a little tuned in on the focus. That's about as best as I can do right there. So this is the best I can do. So my apologies for those at home who are trying to read and follow along, especially if you're reading from a phone or watching from a phone. Thank you again for watching. But I'll go ahead and read out the text. Your escape pod seals tight, ejecting towards a planet in a completely different direction from the others. Gain 2 random skills and crash onto the matching location. You may re-roll pairs to get an easier location. And then I keep this card in my holder to obscure the backs of your new location in future locations you visit. So normally this card will hang out with me for the rest of the game, and it goes on this little stand here. And this stand is tilted so you can see it, and you want to keep it away from anybody else's prying eyes, any of your fellow compadres prying eyes. But I'm just going to play mine face up, reveal to everybody since I'm playing solo, and that's what we're going to do. Excuse me. Another thing is I need to get my player card. So from here is my player card, my character card. It says use this card to mark your current location in the location card deck. This card is linked to the navigator, which is a character card 1436. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the overview here. We're going to go find 1436. Math is hard. So there's 1431, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 1430, 36. There we are. So this is my character. and I'll put them here to replace that. And now this card, like I said, is my placeholder. I'm at location 2 right now, so I'm gonna put this card here at location 2. And this is a little bookmark that helps you with putting the cards back as you pull them out and put them back in. And it also thematically showing that, hey, I'm kind of wandering around the planet in this area instead of, over here. And if I get a card from back here, so say I end up getting this card back here, I'll take this card out as such, and I'll put my person there, showing that I'm currently located there. And then once I'm done with the card, I'll put it back, and then I can move my person to wherever they need to go. So my person's currently at spot number 2. We're gonna go ahead and go back to our main view and do our roll. We're gonna do our roll. So I need to roll 2 die. So let me get these dice out of the way. And that's gonna give me blue-orange, so I'll take it. So blue-orange. And these colors, these skill colors have names. I'm not gonna use the names very often. I'll try to use the names to be a little bit more thematic, but blue is move and orange is engage, red is overpower, purple is look. I guess I do know them. But okay, so blue-orange is what I rolled. So I'm gonna go to the blue-orange location, which is right here, which is a card 668. So last time I'll flick back to this view here, just because I want to show you guys what's going on here. Actually, not last time, but probably last time I'll do it for a little bit. 668. So card 668. Where are we at? 666 and 668. I get my character marker, put them there. I take my 668 card, and I'll put it here. Now, I'll always have 2 cards, the starting card that I got, and then this card. So this is kind of where I'm starting. All right, cool. Now, some other text, some other things should have happened here with my character card that I forgot to do, but I'll go ahead and do them now. When I do place my card in my grid, my character card, it says when placed, put 2 cubes. These 2 cubes will go here in my boost area. They allow me to do rerolls and some other special actions that are listed and labeled here. I'll definitely be talking about those as I go throughout the game because it's one of the important things for me to be able to manage my boost cubes to help me survive and, not die, because dying is not great. Dying is not great. It happens, but it's not great. All right. Okay, so now that we got that done, let's go ahead and start our adventure. So here we have some text, and it says, a gigantic insectile animal perches on the grass. That's the flavor text here, and it has a special symbol. This symbol is a specific type of interaction symbol. It's a material or makeup symbol, I think is what it means. Or what is it called? I don't know. Composition. It's a composition. So it represents the composition of the things that I'm interacting with. So this is wood. I don't know what that is. But at any rate, I have these actions. I can do a chase, I can do observe, I can do a mimic, I can do a feed, I can do a catch, I can do a hunt. Or I can just move on to my next location. I, as the purple character, am encouraged to do purple things because I have the space here allows me to mitigate dice based on the color of them. So if I do a purple action, which in this case would be observe, then I would have a mitigation spot here. So because I'm encouraged to do my class action, which is purple, which is looking, I'm going to go ahead and do the observe. So I'm going to decide to do observe. So we're going to get the purple book. This is going to be the look book, the book of look. And I'm going to look at entry number 668. So 668. And on this one, this is going to be, what does that M mean? I don't know what that M means, but wait, what does M mean? Oh, that's telling me the location I'm at. Okay, cool. I see. All right, so 668, it's a skill check of 2, and it's observe the animal. So it's a skill check of 2. I am going to go ahead and spend my first token to reduce that from a 2 to a 1, and I'm going to roll a single die. Now, the result of these dice faces will be what I deal with my impact. As I mentioned before, I can choose to discard one of my boost cubes here to re-roll a die if I don't like the value, but I do like this value because this face means nothing. This means that nothing happens, nothing bad happens. So I'm going to go back to my overview, and I take this dice that I've spent, and I put it in my challenge penalty area after taking the penalties, of course, if I lost health, or if I lost morale, or if I lost time, and then I put it up there. Now, the interesting thing about this is that I could have also decided to put it here instead. And when I do that, it will give me a boost cube. So it gives me another cube to put there to use for later, for rerolls or whatever other actions I want to do for my character card. And then subsequently, this cube will be stuck here forever until I need to do an action such that I need to draw more dice than I have available. So let's fast forward a little bit and say that this is the situation of the game. This is what the game state looks like for a brief moment, hypothetically. If I were to do another action such that I need to do a challenge of 5 and I did not reduce it anymore with use my skill tokens, or let's say it was a 6 orange action. Oops. It was a 6 orange action. I can choose to spin this to reduce it from a 6 to a 5, and now I need to draw 5 dice. When I need to draw 5 dice, there's only 4 here, so what happens is everything refreshes, so all these dice will come back over here. And then I draw my 5, and then of course that opens up my slots that I've put my cubes in, or put the dice in, and it gives me more availability. So it goes a long way to say that that's kind of how the refresh system works. It's a little bit easier to talk about it as it happens as opposed to explain it up the front. But I'm just letting you guys know that's what that means. So going back to our main view, we did do that successfully. So we did observe the animal, and it says, given its posture, the animal is more curious than afraid. It doesn't seem dangerous, though all the cockroaches you've ever encountered have been notorious thieves. So I get to gain 1 boost in 1 take, and I may continue. So I gain 1 boost. Oh, okay, I already got it. 1 boost, and I gain 1 take, which is yellow. And I may continue, so I can do another action here on the card. In the same turn, I can continue to interact with this as long as I get continues. So that's a really nice thing. That's a nice benefit. If it did not say continue, then my next turn, I would have to do something else. Like, as in, I could not do another one of these actions. I have to do something else. So I guess it's self-explanatory. So now that I've done that, I've done the observe. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to do... well, my mission is a red, so I'm gonna try to do hunt. I'm gonna try to do a hunt because I got 2 reds here. You know, what's the worst that could happen, right? Or I can try to feed. Nope, I'm not gonna try to feed it. Well, if I try to feed it, I might get it as a companion, but you know, I'm gonna try to hunt it. All right, we're gonna do a hunt because that sounds thematic with my starting here, and I need to get aggressive. Or I can do a chase. Yeah, I think we're gonna stick with a hunt, and we're gonna go to 668. And we're doing a hunt, and the hunt is a hunt 4, so it says hunt the animal. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 of my skills to give me the hunt, to reduce it from a 4 to a 2. So I'm rolling 2 of these die, and whatever I get is whatever I get for the most part. Now these other dice faces will do different things. This die, accepting as a consequence, will go right back to the challenge pool, as in it takes me a little bit longer. It's called a setback. It takes me a little bit longer to get my dice to reset. This dice, of course, will cause me to lose a health. I don't want to do that one, so I'm going to spin this cube to reroll this one. All right, that's better. So now I got a nothing over here, and I'm okay with dealing with the setback. It's not the greatest, but it's also not really that bad in hindsight since I'm playing solo. And I succeeded in the hunt action. So I will now do the 668 hunt, and it says hunt the animal. So I succeeded. The creature isn't much of a fighter, but it's incredibly durable. You may pay 1 boost. If you pay 1 boost, gain item 1164 from the carcass. If not, gain item 1180. So I think I'm gonna pay the 1 boost. Seems a little risky, but I'm gonna do it. You know, don't. Was it money not spent doesn't earn you anything or something like that? This is a phrase. I forgot what the phrase was. So I'm gaining item 1164. So here's our items, 1164. I gain item 1164. So 1164 is going to be this crystal, this yellow crystal, and it gives me an ability to do, or when I do the take action or the hack action, I can put a time waster there to get a boost on it. and I can spend, let's see, I can do refine action for a 5 on the help. Or sorry, well, it's not a help, but 5 green is a refine action. It says refine into a gem, reduce the cost by 1 per Q paid, replace this with item 1770 if I succeed. Okay, so it gives me another thing to do. I'm not gonna interact with that. I'm just gonna continue on my day. So I murdered the creature. It's a little unfortunate, but hey, I gotta survive, I gotta live, I gotta eat. And that's it. It does not say continue, so that's my action for this round. Now move on to my next turn. My next turn, I'm gonna go ahead and do the, I have to either do something over here, do my mission action up there, do this action here, or wander, or not wander, navigate? Is wander, is that the word? Depart. So I'm gonna go ahead and do depart, and I'm just gonna go ahead and stay in this area. I feel like this area might be pretty nice, so I'm gonna go to 669, nice. So I'm gonna depart to 669. Now, anytime I do a depart action and it does not have a star, all I need to do is do a skill check of 1 for my move action. So it's gonna give me 1 challenge, and I can spend one of these to basically reduce it to 0 to basically auto succeed. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the dice roll because I wanna get those dice kind of used up. And it's gonna cost me a morale, and I will accept that. So 1 morale is what the cost was, but I do succeed, and I now move from this card to 669, which is on the back of it. There we go. And the text here says, some plump mushrooms grow in the field, soaking up the sun. All right. So while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and do a dash. I'm just gonna try to do the blue action since I have some blue stuff. So we're gonna, or actually I can try to forge. No, I'm gonna go ahead and try to dash. I'm gonna do the dash. So we're gonna do the dash. We're gonna go into the move book, and we're gonna look at 669. All right, 669 is a dash 2. And it says dash away with a mushroom in hand. Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna spend 1 to reduce it by 1. And it's gonna be just a single die roll again. All right, it's gonna cost me time. So it's gonna cost me some time. I could have reduced it down to 0, but I was trying to be a little bit greedy. So I'm currently at 3 morale, 3 time, and 4 health. I could have re-rolled it, but I'm okay with that dice face. So I did dash away with a mushroom. And it says you make quick work of the task in case anyone is watching. Gain item 1136. So 1136. All right. So I got item 1136. I'm going to keep it over here. Actually, I'm going to put it over here on my grid because I want to. And let's go and zoom in on that, see what that says. So this one says mushroom, just some more, using my fancy cameras here. This one is a floral item, and it says when placed, gain 3 boost. So we'll do that, like so. And it says if empty, lose this card, and the mushroom, I can choose a brew action. So it says gain item 868, replacing this card unless you pay a cube. Okay. So I can do a brew action, which gives me another item, which is nice. And this also has a special symbol. So this symbol here means that whenever I interact with a flora item or an item that matches that symbol, I can then put a cube in that spot. So unless I'm doing something that's interacting, or if I'm not interacting with a card that, or a thing that doesn't have that symbol, then I cannot use this box for anything else. So if I try to do the brew action, for instance, I can reduce it using the green skills, of course, like normal. And I can also do re-rolls from my boost over here. But then afterwards, if I get a penalty that I don't like, I can put it in this box, which would give me another one for this. So it's a nice little benefit overall. So let's go and zoom back out to our main view, and let's continue along with our adventure. So I can choose my next action. That was the dashing away with the mushrooms. I kind of want to go to 666 because that sounds fun, but I thought I was going to be able to get to it from here, but I can't do math. Of course, I need to walk that way, not this way. Excuse me. All right, anyway, let's go ahead and, let's see, I cannot do any more of these. I got my mushroom. I want to try to brew because, you know, why not? Let me try to brew. Yeah, let's try to brew. So we're going to go ahead and try to do a brew. I do not have any greens to reduce it, so it's just going to be a straight roll of 3 dice. So that's going to be, oof, that's not a great roll. All right, so we're going to accept this one. We are going to try our best to reroll that morale. All right, that's worse. All right, okay, well, in this case, we're going to put this here, which is going to give us a cube, which goes to waste, because I think the phasing of this happens before that happens. And then I'm going to spin this to lose a heart. So I'm now at all 3s for my morale, time, and health. But I'm still alive. I'm still kicking. Still doing well, I think. A little, maybe, possibly. So that is going to be that. I did successfully brew. So now I get to gain item 868. Oh no. There it is. So I get to gain item 868, and it says, and I lose this card unless I pay a cube. I'm going to pay a cube. So I gained item 868. I'm going to put this over here in my grid. And this item says win place, gain 3 cubes. Okay. And it says if empty, lose this card. And I can spend a cube to put a heart here when I'm doing a green action. And that's what that means. All right. Okay. So we're doing good so far. We're not dead. Just kind of making it. Now I'm going to go ahead and wander or move, or sorry, depart to our next location. I'm going to depart towards a star. Now, when I do a depart action, if I do a depart action and it's towards a star, what that does is that means that I need to go to the depart storybook right here, and I need to look up this card of 669, and I need to do whatever that challenge is. Essentially, it's not a default just roll 1 and see what happens. This is more of a, I could possibly lose some stuff or I can possibly do a bigger challenge. Given my current situation, it's probably not the best of ideas, but hey, you know, can't win games by just, you know, cautiously going along, right? All right, so 669, and we're going north. All right, so this one's going to be Trailblaze. It's a challenge of 3, and it says Trailblaze north into the forest. So I'm going to spin this to reduce it by 1, and we are going to Trailblaze. So we're doing a challenge of 2. Woo, this is getting expensive. All right, I lose a health and a morale, and I can't do anything to stop that being reduced because I have no skill points here. I'm very much playing this game incorrectly, y'all. Clearly playing incorrectly. So I'm down to 2, which is not great, so I need to start getting that dealt with. But at any rate, I do successfully Trailblaze. And Trailblaze north into the forest. It says you climb over mossy fallen logs and cut hanging vines as you push northward. Go to 674. So I will now be done with this card. This card goes back. And I go to 674. Ooh, there's a creature there. There's a creature there in them hills. This one says, an industrious animal gathers fruit in a basket. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do an observe action. So I'm going to do the observe. Sorry, I'm going to do a, well, it's called observe? Yeah, it's called observe. No, it's called look. I'm going to do a look action. I'm going to observe because that's what my character does. So let's go ahead and see what this does for 674. It's an observe 1, observe the animal. Okay, so I will roll my last die here. And no matter what it is, I'm going to put it over here. And oh, I can put it right there. No, I'll put it here so I can get the boost cube back. And it's going to be nice because next time I have to roll a die or a challenge die, it's going to be a reset for everything, so I get to use my stuff again. So we did succeed in our in our observation. 674. And it says, the creature methodically moves through the forest, plucking ripe fruit from the trees. It seems to know this path well. And all passing sentients revere it and smile. Sorry, revere it and smile when the animal gives them a piece of fruit. Gain 1 boost. Nice. Gain 1 boost. And you may continue with the help share action. So the share action here on this card. Action at a reduced cost by 1. I think I will. I will continue with a reduced cost of 1 for the share action. So we're going to go ahead and do a share. And it's going to be nice because it's going to reset everything. And it's also going to give us a spot to put it here if we do end up losing health. So we're going to do 674 in the green book. And it says share. It's a challenge of 2. So we need 2 die. I cannot reduce it. So we're going to reset all of our die here. You can call it die, but dice, you know what I mean. All right, we're gonna roll 2. And it's a nothing and a heart. Perfect, because we can put a heart here. We do have to spin this cube though. And it was a nothing, goes back over there. So that's gonna be working out for us. So we are sharing with this creature. So 674. Share some food with the creature, choose 1. If you have a food card and pay 1 boost for it. I do not have a food card? Oh, I do have a food card. Okay. Okay. It says if you have a food card and pay 1 boost from it. So I'm going to pay 1 boost from this mushroom, like so. And I'm going to go ahead and do this action here. You stand in the creature's path, palm outstretched. It accepts the gift tenderly, as if it were the first time anyone has ever done this. Gain animal 846. So 846. So me and all this time people just like get things from it but never give anything back to them. Wow, it's so rude. So I gain animal 846. And this one's a gatherer of the forest. Okay, I'm gonna put them over here with this. My grid. So it says no win place things, but I can do more give actions to make them loyal to me, which would be pretty nice. So okay, cool. All right, got myself a nice little creature following me. They looked very intimidating on the card, but I guess they're a nice creature there. Nice doggy. All right. So let's go ahead and continue to the next action. I'm going to do a depart again. It's not looking good with my health and everything. Can I heal myself? We can try to do a refine, or I can try to do a brew. But then it's going to cost me my last cube here. It's going to give me a cube over there, but it's not going to do much more. You know, I'm just going to keep running. I'm just going to keep running through. So we are going to just try to, you know, be cautious here. I know I said caution, throw it to the wind, but here, be cautious. Let's go to 676. We don't want nothing fancy here. Just a simple single die roll. And it's going to be a nothing, which is nice. So 675. And we're going to flip the card. 675. And the text here says, colorful petals cover a small wooden treasure chest tucked among tree roots. Okay. So it's tucked among tree roots. Nice. So I need more rerolls here. I'm gonna try to do crafts because I want to get that guy loyal to me. So I'm gonna try to do a craft, and also it might give me something something nice here. Well, I can also examine to get my character some more stuff. No, I'm gonna craft. We're crafting. We're crafting 675. Craft challenge 3. Ooh, this might be bad. All right. So, all right, rolling 3 die. Nothing to reduce it with. And it's gonna give me nothing and 2 time wasted. That's not good. So the nothing I'm gonna put up here. I'm gonna spend 1 to reroll 1 of these times. Hopefully it ends on nothing. Okay, I lose a morale. That's actually kind of worse. So I'm gonna put this morale here. And that's going to give me a cube on this guy. And I don't want to risk that being worse. Like, part of me wants to reroll it, but I only have one reroll, so I'm going to accept it. All right, so we succeeded in the craft. Now, 675. Craft a simple gold item from the loose intaligo on the chest. Okay. As you remove the golden decoration... Wait, what? I'm on the wrong one, aren't I? No, I did craft. Oh, yeah, there's a treasure chest here. Okay. It says, as you remove the golden decoration from the treasure chest, you realize that what's inside the chest could be far more valuable than the simple trinket you intended to craft. You can either continue to take a dismantle action with a cost reduced by 3, or use gold to craft a single Zamazango. Okay. I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna try to dismantle. I'm gonna do the yellow. So we're gonna do a take action with a reduced cost of 3. That tells me that this is probably gonna be crazy high. So 675. $675, dismantle the chest. Oh, okay, it's a 4. All right. So it goes down from a 4 to a 3. I'm gonna go ahead and spin this. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and spin this to make it a 1, or make it a 0. So I succeeded in dismantling the chest. Despite the solid construction of the chest, some of the wood has warped from exposure to the elements. Soon, you've dismantled enough of the chest's exterior to reach inside. Roll 4 skill die. All right. I rolled 4 skill die. It says roll 4 skill die. You may re-roll each dice once. If you have at least 3 of a kind, gain item this. Instead, if you have at least 1 pair, gain 1 random card from the Skirm spoiler pack. Place it in your reserve, where your entire Skirm collection counts as only 1 reserved card. Okay. You can use, and that's this. I kind of want to open this. You can use this item, or you can use this type of card from your reserve during overpowered dual actions, which have further instructions. Otherwise, gain $4. So I can reroll these dice up to once per die. So I'm going to reroll. Keep that pair right there. Keep that pair. And I'm going to reroll this yellow. Okay, I'm going to reroll this green. Nice. Okay, all right. Well, I got a pair. All right, so with the pair, I'm going to choose to, if you have at least 1 pair, gain 1 random card from the Skirm spoiler pack. So I get to open it. Yeah, let's open it. Woo! Opening the spoiler pack. Ooh, cards that are face down. I don't know. This is 1 random, so I'm just going to shuffle these up. All right, we're spoiling everything here, boys. All right, I'm going to take this card. Ooh. Nice. Fire, gain 1 point per skill type you don't have. Then mantle, give 1 die to opponent. Then set X die. X is opponent's best skill type. I think this is what I want me to do. That's what it said. It says Skirm. I'm assuming this is Skirm. I said the Skirm spoiler pack. Did it say 15 cards? I don't know. This seems kind of overpowered, but I get that in my reserve. That's what it said. All right. Well, that goes into my reserve. So it goes over here to the side, which I'll put my reserve a little bit lower down here. Again, I don't know what it does, but it says, let's see, what else did it say? It said place it in your reserve when you, when your entire Skirm counts, or collection count, this is a Skirm. Skirm collection counts as only 1 reserve card. You can use this type of card from your reserve during overpowered dual actions. So it has to be specifically dual actions, which have further instructions. Okay. Okay. So I have to do a dual action, overpower dual action. I don't know what that means, but I got this cool fancy card. I got to open up. It's a fire elemental by the looks of it, so it's pretty nice. All right, cool stuff. And I didn't die. I mean, I'm pretty close to it though. Pretty close to it. All right, well, this blocking. There we go. Let's scoot this over a little bit. There we go. Got more space. Okay, so I am going to. I would like to do something that can heal me. I don't see any explicit heal actions here, so I'm a little afraid to do anything super wild. Oh, I could have put my time here. Oh man, sorry, I didn't lose that time. Heck yeah, it goes here. All right, so I still have one time more than I had before. So instead of 2 time, I have 3 time. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and wander to the next location, or depart to 358, because that sounds fun. So let us do our roll. We get to roll a single die. Nothing happens. Nice, I like that. So location 358. This goes back in the box. .356, 358. All right, location 358. Oh, hey, that matches my skirm. This fearsome lead, or I get a whisper from the traveler. This fearsome. So anytime you see this text box here, this means that the traveler is whispering to you. The traveler that that we were seeing earlier, whispers into your ear. This fearsome leader of the fire sentients may reward you handsomely if you help them. Be aware, however, that they are mysteriously protective of their possessions. All right. I think I'm gonna try to. Jeez, I might be in trouble here. I'm gonna. This fearsome leader of the fire sentients may reward you handsomely if you help them. So if I do an honor, which is risky, then I could possibly help them with whatever they need help with, I guess. So let's try it. Let's try it. Worst case scenario, I die, and this is the end of the run. 358. This seems like a trap. Seems like a trap. Honor 2. So honor the sentient by offering your aid. So it's rolling 2. Still could be it. Oh, that's not great. All right, we got a time wasted, and we got this returning. I think I'll just accept that. I could re-roll, but I want to save my re-roll for dire situations. So time situation, that's returned. And I do succeed on my honor. The sentient offer my aid. The leader approaches your generous gesture, explaining that they need an outsider to release the sinew element in the southwest. Gain 1 help. Okay. Gain 1 help. In quest 1633. Add it horizontally to your supply. So 1633. So whenever you add a quest to your supply horizontally, it does not count as a max on your hold count. So just to clarify, my the amount of space, the amount of cards I can hold over is 1 currently. So that means that I can have no more cards in my reserve. If I gain a card that doesn't go into my grid, it must replace one of my reserve cards. Quests do not count towards that maximum. And this card, the skirm cards, apparently they all count as a stack of 1. So if I get multiple skirms, then it can stack on top of each other, and the quests don't count towards that limit. That's the thing I didn't explain earlier, but this is my quest. My quest is release the sinew elemental. Oh, that's cool, because I can save the world in dramatic fashion by killing this elemental. Oh, geez. Release the sinew elemental. If you do, or have already done this, read this from the Book of Secrets. The sinew elemental is the fire leader urges you to unleash the sinew elemental to the southwest instead of slaying it. That's opposite of my mission, because my mission, and I'll zoom in on this here so we can see it a little bit better. Let me get our camera placed. Oh, okay, I didn't realize I have enough space there. There we go. So my mission is to My mission is to save the world in dramatic fashion, fully slay an elemental. It doesn't say which one, it just says an elemental. If you do, either gain Destiny 1603, place in center, or in the game in a mission victory. And this one's difficult. Now, the goal, the quest here, says that the fire leader urges you to unleash the sinew elemental to the southwest instead of slaying it. So I can try to release or unleash them. And then I'll release the sinew elemental. If you do or already have done this, read that thing. So I have to go to the southwest. I'm going to try to do the quest, and I'm not going to try to do the mission. Although I could do some research on the mission and try to, you know, figure out where things are, but I think I'm just going to go with it. We're going to play nice. We're going to play nice. I promise that we'll play nice. Actually, I didn't promise that, but I'm going to try. Okay, so now we need to depart. It says southwest, so I'm just going to go south, which is going to give me hopefully more than 2 dice rolls so I can get a reset there. So we're going to our depart book, 358. And on 358, it says a skill check of 4. It's a sneak north past the sentient, reduce the cost by 1 if the sentient is no longer an obstacle. I don't know if the sentient's no longer an obstacle. I honored them. Are they no longer an obstacle? I think they're an obstacle still. But he asked me to do a thing. No, I guess the sentient is an obstacle. That's kind of all right. This game in the rule book, it says thematically, you know, you can change rules and stuff if it thematically fits. So I'm gonna read it as the sentient is no longer an obstacle. You know, yeah, he didn't trust me, but he's not gonna get in my way. He's like, hey, go save my person. So he asked me to save the person. I'm gonna save the person. Leave me alone. All right. So sneak, they're no longer a obstacle, so it's gonna be reduced by 1. And so it's a skill check of 3. So it's gonna still reset everything. And this is going to be a straight up roll. I still might die from this. I keep making decisions that are not conducive to my character, huh? This is where I end. This is where it ends for me. Oh, time, health, and a return. I don't want any of those. Oh, I can put the time here. The return, I'm just going to let that go. And the health, this is for a blue depart. So... do I reroll that? I'm not going to reroll that. God, someone tells me I should reroll that. All right. I'm gonna reroll that. I'm gonna reroll it. Okay, morale. I lose a morale instead of a time. All right. Okay. It's not looking good. The morale's low. Ugh. All right, so I do succeed, 358. The Rocky Islands have plenty of overhangs that keep you out of sight. Go to 377. Again, I don't understand why I'm trying to sneak around them when... Wait. Did I go the right direction? Was that north or was that south? Oh, that was north. Shoot. It should have been trek. All right, it was a trek. So it's still the same roll. I'm gonna keep the same thing. Trek, I'm going south to 499. It says trek south around some buildings. I didn't spend anything to reduce the cost. I just took the roll straight up, but I reduced it by 1 given the text. But yeah, so glowing windows set asymmetrically into stone pillars leer down at you. Go to 499. All right, that's my favorite price, 499. Okay, so I'm in location. Oh, that's 449. Math is hard. Stay in school, kids. There we go. Here I am. 499. Oh no, it says danger, lose 1 health. Ooh, I'm glad I rerolled that health now. It says dagger-sized thorns snag into your skin as you enter the dungeon blocked by a rusty door. All right, I'm doing a repair. I gotta do a repair. It says repair is always available, so I'm gonna try to do repair. I have a help, I have a heart loss save, I have a reduce the thing. I'm not dead, but I'm telling y'all, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. This better pay off to rescue this this guy McGuyington. Now these things here for the quest, can I use those? Let's see. Let me go to the Book of Secrets. So in the back of the Book of Secrets, there's a glossary that has terms of things that you will encounter as you go along, and explain some stuff. So that's another location I can use. So I'm gonna see for quest, nothing, just nothing. Really nothing? Oh, here it is. When you gain a quest, typically by offering help to a sentient, add it horizontally to your supply. You may not yet place challenge dice on this quest as the card is not in your grid. If you complete the quest, the instructions will tell you to rotate the quest vertically and place it in your grid, after which you cannot perform actions on the quest portion of the card. Okay, so I had to finish it to get it added to my grid. I see. Okay, so the reward of finishing this quest is it being added to my grid. All right, well, we're gonna try to repair, because what else we're gonna do? This might be death for us, but hey, we'll see. We shall see. Oh man, oh no, okay, never mind, we're good. All right, $5.99. I don't like that price as much, just $4.99. All right, $5.99 is a repair for. Repair the gear lock door. So I'm definitely gonna spend this to reduce it by 1. And I'm gonna hope that I don't die. No promises. Oh boy, all right. So we got a time, a heart, and we got that. So I'm gonna heart this, and I'm going to time that. And then I'm going to let that go back. Yep, we're not gonna mess with it. I ain't messing with it. And then I'm going to spin these 2 cubes to get loyalty from this guy. So it says this animal is now loyal to you. I think the cube goes up here. Actually, okay, let me see. When it's replaced, I think it goes back to the challenge pool. Let me check. Oh, might be back here. This is loyal. Oh, this is an animal, sorry. Loyal animals will have multiple dice slots and a boost power. It doesn't tell me anything. Well, that's disappointing. All right, well, it doesn't say where that dice goes. It might say it in the main rules. Let me check. Whenever you're instructed to replace or lose a card in your grid, refresh any die on it and return any boost on it to the general supply. Return lost cards to the box. You must always have your character card in the grid. So it says refresh. Refresh means it goes back here. So yeah, that's sad. It goes back there. Shoot. Anyway, I gain this as a loyal Patreon to the CulBlu Vlogs initiative. So this is gonna be 11, 29. And you know what's funny about the CulBlu vlogs thing is like I don't vlog. I vlogged for like a short period of time back when that was the thing, but I don't vlog anymore. So I guess just change it to just CulBlu. But it's too late. The brand's already there. All right, 846. 847, 846, right there. Boom. So I got a new loyal person. It says one place. I get to put a cube there. Boom. And it says when I'm doing foraging and gathering, I can use that spot. I can also use that spot for the greens. And that puts a cube on them. And then I can also do comfort. Ignore all star on unplaced die. Place them in the center. Nice. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, that's good. So they give me comfort. Cool. Thank you, loyal friend. Loyal friend creature. Loyal creature friend. Creature McCreaturton. Okay, so we succeeded in our repair. Now let's go ahead and finish with our stuff here. So 599. It says the gears on the door must have rusted with age. Conversely, they make you feel young as you clean them and link them together. Gain 2 health, yes, and go deeper into the planet. Into the planet to cave 48. So I gain 2 health, 1, 2. That's a not great sign. I get 2 health from it. And so I get location 48. I'm in the cave. Here I am. And it says exit is always available as an action. And it says a massive monster slithers away through the tunnel, its tail flicking debris in all directions. All right. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. No, I don't. I'm going to observe. Because that's what my character does. I'm going to look and I'm going to see what in the actual heck is going on. All right, so we're doing 48. 48. It says 3 for observe. That is outstanding. All right, so I have nothing to reduce it with. We're gonna roll 3. Am I dead? Oh wow, that's a great roll. That's a great roll. Nice. So we're gonna put that there to get our cube so we can re-roll. And then we're gonna put those over there. Boom. And y'all, let's just look at the overview. Look at this. I'm not dead. I mean, I'm getting close to it, but I'm not dead. So we're still trucking along. We're still trucking along. Okay. So we did succeed in our observe. Observe the beast as it exits the cavern. As the tip of the creature's tail disappears down the tunnel, it flicks to the left, poking a hole through the sediment. A beam of light erupts through the tiny gap. Gain 1 boost, and you may go deeper into the planet to cave 40. Yes, I will. So we're gonna get a boost. And whenever you gain a boost, I didn't explain this earlier, but it goes to your character. Whenever you gain a boost from doing a card or doing an event, unless it says otherwise. So we get to go deeper into the cave to 40. So go deeper. Tinfoil hats, boys, let's go. 40. It says, your entire body tingles in the presence of a powerful artifact. The sensation is compounded by the intense pressure of being deep underground. Oh man, I don't like that. We're going to try to share. I don't want to touch it at all. If I lose any morale, it's gonna be in big trouble. But prepare is my character's main thing. I don't think I need to do that right now. I want to try to use this, so I'm gonna try to. This is so tough. Okay. It's tough because I need. This is a difficult decision here because I don't want to die. I also, all I can do is exit to get out of the cave. Exit is always available. So I don't want to activate it. It sounds scary. It says your entire body tingles in the presence of a powerful artifact. The sensation. So when in doubt, I feel like I should share. I'm gonna share. Because I can do a share to get a cube over there. And that allows me to do comfort to ignore any morale loss, which is very useful. But I don't think it happens before I get the cube. So I'm going to try to share. I feel like prepare is what I want to do as a character, but I'm going to try to do prepare. Or sorry, share. So 40. All right, 40, share. Ooh, it's a 6. Oh, no. All right, well, on the bright side, we at least get to reset everything for this. So that's not great. All right, we're sharing. All right, let's get ready to die. Death with honor. 2, 5, 6. All right, come on, Gatherer of the Forest. You better help me. Oh, wow, that's a lot of bad. That's not a lot of good. That's a lot of bad. So we got 2 nothings. We got a return. And we got this and this and this. All right, all right. So I'm definitely not losing the star. So I'll put the star over here so I can trigger that. The time can go here. I'm not too enthusiastic about the return, but I'm okay with it. You know what? I'm just gonna stick with this. This is the roll. All right, I know I said it was bad, but I'm just gonna go with it. So the return goes back here. I lose a health, so I'm down to 2 health again. Whew. All right, we somehow survived that roll. I am going to not do this because I don't need to. But I do got 2 cubes over there on my Gatherer of the Forest. And that was number 40. So I did a share. Oh. Yeah, I did a share. 40, share. Share the artifact with the world. Oh, I didn't read the rest of that. Something this beautiful needs to be shared with others, not hidden in the depths of the world. You blink, and when your eyes open, you're back on the surface with a crystal in your hands. Gain item 1,000 and go to 157. If you have a previous location card for reference, return it to the box. All right. Okay. I don't know what happened, but I blinked and it was there. I shared it, and here we are, just chilling with the giant power crystal. I don't think this is the elemental. And this is not the sinew elemental that I was looking for. It says Southwest. So, ooh, that's a very pretty card though. I like the art on that. Actually, I'm gonna zoom in on that. That deserves to be. That's not zoomed in. There we go. Look at that. That is very pretty. I like the colors and the orange. The art is really nice in this. The art is really nice in this. So that's pretty good. All right, let's see. Okay. And it says, when placed, gain a cube here. It says gain a cube here per card with that symbol, which only have this one. So, guess I'm only doing this. And then the activate for this one says, a player may access the collective knowledge of the planet's inhabitants by viewing a page on the Book of Vantages. Oh, okay, that's not that great. I mean, it's okay. It's all right. It's not like world changing, but it gives me an orange spot, which is nice. Maybe I can finally do some more orange actions. Sounds pretty cool. All right. So that is what I got, and it also pulled me to a new spot, which was 157. This is returned. 157. I don't think that took me southwest though, so that's why I'm a little afraid. All right, here's me 157. A gateway shimmers atop a verdant rock. Nice. Enter is always available. I don't need to enter. I've already gone in there. So cool. All right. I made it through. I made it out of the cave. I didn't find the thing I was looking for, and I think I'm completely lost now. As in, I don't know how to get back to where I was. I don't remember what the number was. I didn't write any notes. This is not good. This is not good. Because I really wanted to try to release the sinew elemental. All right, we are going to try to. We're just gonna walk away. I don't think there's a well. I'm gonna try to. I don't need to inspect. I already saw what's in there. So. I think I need to do a. How do I get more of those? I need to do forging stuff. I think I need to find a forest so I can start getting more of those. So I'm going to man, I don't know what I want to do now. That like kind of threw me off my game, you know? I haven't been able to use my crystal at all. So I got to do refine, capping it with gather and forge. All right, we're just gonna walk. We're just gonna walk and hopefully not die. It's possible that we could die. It's always possible you can die in this game. I just want to throw it out there. Death is one of the only certainties. We're going to try to wander to the other side. No, we're going to wander to 158. It's a morale loss. That's a reroll, please. Thank you. So 158 is where we're going, which is the next card here. It says standing so still. I'm sorry, standing so still you almost missed the missed them. Is a sentient hunched on the shore, staring at the water's edge. Man, words are so difficult. I'm gonna do an ask because I got some stuff there. So let me try to talk to him. Hey sentient, let me talk to you. All right, we're doing 158. Ask the sentient about their home. It's a 4, skill check a 4, excuse me. So it's gonna be a skill check a 3. We're gonna roll 3 die, and I only have 1 spot and 1 reroll, so fingers crossed. All right, nothing in heart. I don't wanna lose the heart, but I'm gonna put that over here because it's gonna give me a, oh, it's not gonna give me a boost, never mind. That was nothing and a heart. Okay, so we did successfully talk to him, and now that we talked to them, we shall figure out more about their home here. And it says, seeing you gesture at the dark entrance behind them, they smile and clarify that it's a cave. They live on this beach, exiled from their homeland to the east because they lost a race to an outsider, bringing shame to their family. They long for revenge. Gain sentient 1340 and quest 1628. Added horizontally to your supply. Okay, so we got another quest thread here. 1340. Sweet. Check him out. Hanging out with us. It looks cool. Okay, and 1682 or 1628. There we go, 1628. It's a quest I got, and this quest, we'll zoom in on it. This quest is. The racer seeks redemption after being exiled from their home due to losing a race to a non-sand creature. So help the sentient seek redemption. Head east with the racer and victoriously complete a trial of speed. If you do, read this in the Book of Secrets. I kind of want to do that one too, because that helps me out with move. I really want to do that one, but he'll help me out with move already, so pretty cool. Oh, win place, get 2. And this one I can put a blue here to, but I have to spin the cube, and then I place cubes. I don't think I place cubes, so he's a limited time person here. I can duel them. No, that one's not gonna help us. I'm not gonna duel him. Okay. So I gotta figure out if I want to do that quest or not. I think the answer is no, I don't want to do the quest. But, you know, it might be too soon to tell. I don't know. I just need 2 more items before I start the countdown timer towards the end of the game. There is a end condition that happens when somebody has all 9 cards surrounding them. Once they do that, then you'll get a card that comes out and it basically says the game's gonna end in 6 rounds, effectively. So there's a timer to this game, which is what I appreciate greatly, because sometimes I'm like, all right, that was fun. I kind of want to be done with this. And then the game's like, all right, here we go. I'm tapping out. Thank you. Okay, so I have to go to the east. So if I go east, so I'm just gonna go do it. I'm gonna try it out. I mean, worst case scenario, I die, right? So we're gonna go ahead and do a depart to 159. We are going to roll our die here, and it is going to be a nothing. Nice, thank you. So we go to 159. 2 sentients move methodically through a steady stream of lava, cascading from the volcano. They don't seem to notice you. I could hire them. No, I can't. Oh, no, I could. I'm about to refresh everything, aren't I? I don't want to help them at all. So what's a not risky thing to do? I do have a fire elemental, so I can bring him out in a duel, only in a duel. So that's disappointing. Gosh, this is tough. I think I need to just keep wandering. I don't wanna mess with it. I don't wanna die. I like living. Living's great. So we're gonna go ahead and just walk to the side. So this is gonna be, we're gonna depart again to 439. It's gonna reset all of our dice. So departing 439, roll my dice. I will lose a health. No, I will not, because I will put it here. All right, well done. All right, 439. I probably should have saved that, shouldn't I? Nah, it's fine. I'll regret my decision later. 439. Oh, what am I doing? I need the card. Hopefully this is where I need to go for this race. Yes, I found it. Oh no, lose time. Ignore any further loss of time at this location. Shoot. All right, a sentient beckons you, not looking up from their book. Hello, old friend. You won't remember, but I'm so sorry to have caught you in this time loop. Perhaps we will finally escape together? You may perform multiple different actions here, 1 per turn. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but there's a problem here, and I need to solve it. So I feel like I need to do the solve action. Or I could no, it's a time loop, so I guess I can't. Yeah, I'm gonna, it's a sand, so I can use this for any other things, which is nice. So that's pretty good. I'm happy about that. I am happy about that. So let us get into solve. We're gonna try to solve. Oh, actually, oh man. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to solve. I can't waste time here. I can't just hang out and do nothing, you know? We're gonna try to solve for 439. Solve, it's a 1. Oh, okay. Solve the artifact puzzle. All right, so I have to roll a die, and it is a return. I'll take it. And it says find card 802. 802. I do not see 802. I have every card, but oh, 802 is the back of location. Yeah, find card 802, it's a location. And place it on the table. Okay. Here's 802. And it says roll and place 2 skill die on each of the circles. Okay. Sure. On each of the circles. Also gain 6 cubes. 6 cubes. Time tokens. Okay, so these are time tokens. I don't know what's happening, but it's telling me to do some stuff. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. To escape, to escape from this time loop, you must manipulate the Mancala so that all dice of each type are in their own circle. Huh? Oh, it says roll and place 2 skill die on each of the circles. I see, I see. I see. I see. I'm following. Okay. Ooh, nice. Start with pairs. Okay. All right, I've done it. So it says, to escape from the time loop, you must manipulate the Mancala so that all dice of each type are in their own circle before it's too late. Lose a time to pick up all dice from a single circle, then clockwise place one of those dice into each of the successive circles. You may skip any circle that contains more than 1 die of a given color and no other die, or no other dice. Repeat this until you either run out of time tokens or all dice of each type are in their own circle. So for example, all orange dice are in the same circle, all green dice are in the same circle, and so on. When you run out of time tokens or succeed, read entry 439 in the Book of Secrets. Okay? I don't want to fail from the sounds of it. So I'm suddenly playing Mancala, so let me go ahead and just zoom in on this since that's what this game became. So here we go. I'm trying to get all of the same colors inside of their boxes here. And it doesn't say, oh, it says clockwise. So clocks tick this way. Okay. Well, that's gonna be annoying. And I got 6 moves. So this is a little bit messy. So let me scooch this down so we can get a little bit cleaner of a play area. 1 second. There we go. All right, there we go. All right, so I have 6 moves here. And I gotta get all of the same die, or all the same color in there, and I gotta go clockwise, which is this way. Guess as long as I'm consistent, it doesn't matter, does it? Okay, so. How am I going to do this in 6 moves? So I think the easiest thing to do is to pick up this one, then drop off. So 1, then 2. And, oh no, I gotta pick up everything, don't I? Okay, undo, 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 undo. I don't want to mess with that one then. So I think the move is, geez. Okay. All right, so if I do this for 1 and then 2, that's 1. No more undos. And then I do this for 1, 2, 3. I feel like I'm gonna mess this up. I feel like I'm already messing this up, y'all. I feel like people are yelling at me. Also, there's not enough space inside these circles here. Why is it so small? All right, anyway. It's like a sorting game. So, 1, 2. So I need to put it there. So I need to do this, 1, 2. And then I can do this for 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's gonna be close. Oh, shoot. Okay. I don't have enough dice here. So I need to do this for 1, and then 2, then 3, and then I can skip place. All right, I lost. I lost. Because I need 2 more moves. Actually, no, I don't need 2 more moves. No, I need 2 more moves. Yeah, because this is not in its right place. I also might have misplayed that earlier. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset. Now that I understand the movement, I'm going to reset this. Give it another try here. I'm playing solo. Leave me alone. I can make up my own rules. So let me switch back over. Actually, let me save this first. Okay. All right, I'm going to re-roll all these. Come on now. There we go. Oh, I should probably do 2 at a time. Sorry. That's not correct. Ignore that. Ignore my mistakes. Ignore my mistakes here. And I'm pretty sure in the comments somebody's going to say this is the solution, and it's like, yeah. Hindsight's 20/20. I can actually chat GPT to do it for me, can't I? Okay. Okay. And then finally, the last 2. All right, so this is our setup. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see that while I was setting it up, but this is our setup. I did roll them on camera, but I didn't place them, so sorry, you just have to believe that I didn't fudge up anything. Okay, all right. Everybody gets 1 mulligan, only 1. So that's my 1 mulligan. All right. So if it has only a single dice type inside of it, I can skip that entire area. So I can use that to my advantage in pretty good fashion. Although the first move is going to be rough. So is there any ideal first moves? I think the best first move, I think it's best to not have the same colors inside of the same boxes. So I'm going to do like this. Okay, that's 1. And then 2 is going to be 1, 2. And then 3 is going to be, I want all different colors. Oh, sorry, this is 3. Oh man, I'm running out of moves here. Boom, bam, bam. Okay, I feel like I'm just making it worse. All right, 4. This is probably the most frustrating thing for people to watch, isn't it? Oh, I can skip this one. So I need a purple, a blue. Got all 6 colors? 2, 3, 4, 5. I got all 6 colors. Jeez. Okay. So I think this is a move. Do purple, skip, and then place an orange. Nope. Place a green and then place. And then we got it. This is our last move. I don't know how to puzzle. I don't puzzle. I'm bad at puzzling, apparently. I had an idea at the beginning, and then that idea just kind of fell apart. Jeez. Just got a giant pile of stuff here. I think the other one is green. I need another purple. Yellow, skip, blue. Oh, actually, sorry, let's do red. And then green, orange. All right, time's up. I've lost. Okay, all right, that one's the official one. The first time was a test run. This was me just failing like a pro. All right, so I failed. So let's see. 436 in the Book of Secrets. Let's go ahead and zoom back out to our main view. Where's my thing? There we go. How does it feel to be a failure? Not my best work, y'all. 436. 436. 439. 439. Solution. If all dice are... Nope, they're not. If you fail, lose 1 morale and gain 1 random skill and try again on your next turn. Ooh. That's the one I don't want to lose. All right, so I'm gonna have to use this ability here to ignore all morale on unplaced die. Oh no, that's unplaced die. It just says lose 1 morale. R.I.P. All right, so we're at 0. So let's go ahead and go into the stupid book of suffering. So I go into the take book, and my morale is at 0. When the morale reaches 0, read the mission entry in the take storybook. So 1577. You lose, it says. $15.77. You travel to this planet to be a hero, but you are exhausted. Choose one. If you completed a destiny, nope, I didn't. If you completed a mission, I didn't. If you feel that you had a fair shot at this incomplete mission, and it's time to move on in the game. If you feel that your untimely demise happened far too soon, whether or not you complete this mission, you may rally to take 1 final chance. Refresh all challenge die, roll them, and gain the time, morale, and health results. If any player stat remains at 0, the game ends. Otherwise, continue playing with all dice refreshed in the challenge pool. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna give it another shot because I feel like I've been you know, not giving my fair shot. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, boo, boo. Jeez. Okay, the time for me to roll a bunch of not good things is not now. Okay. All right, so I get 1 morale, which is not good because the penalty of this is losing morale. I don't need help. Oh my gosh, this is the worst kind of roll. I need bad things and you give me good things. Thanks, game. So we get 1 morale, 1, 2, 3 health, 1, 2. Sorry, I gotta get to the camera. There we go. I've moved all this up, and all these dice go back over here, and then it says you get to keep playing. All right, so we keep playing. Oh, was I looking at the wrong book? No, I was looking at the right book. All right, let's try to do the solve again. Jeez. So we're gonna try to solve again. We're gonna roll our die again. It is a blank. We succeed, so we get to do the thing again. Roll a die. I already know what it is, so I'm not gonna. Oh, when you fail, you also. Sorry, afterwards you get a. Or I was supposed to get a purple, wasn't I? When you run out of time, tokens, or succeed, read entry this in the Book of Secrets. Actually, no, it didn't say that. I thought I was supposed to gain. something. Book of Secrets. I think I stopped reading after it said you died. I was like, no, not the morale. That's the one thing I don't want to lose. If you fail, lose 1 morale and gain 1 random skill. There you go. Saying get good. Get good. Set the game. And try again on your next turn. Your location is still this location. All right. So we're stuck here until we finish this. So, all right. Now we get to reset everything. So let's go ahead and do this. I'll bring the card on screen this time so you can see that I'm filling it out appropriately. Double blue, nice, good start. Green, purple, nice. Orange, yellow, nice. Blue, green, not as nice. All right. Orange, red. Okay. All right. Let's try to do this again and not die. No promises. No promises. All right. Oh, it's upside down. There we go. 6 cubes ready to go. I have 6 turns to do this in. Oh, give me a quick moment. I'll be right back. Okay, all right, sorry, I'm back. I had a phone call, and also I was reading over the rules too while I was doing that. Okay, the puzzle that I'm solving here is a puzzle that's a Mancala puzzle. So essentially, sorry, hello, Timber, yes, or sorry, Timber. I always say Timber. Oh my gosh, I swear, I need to get better at reading. Hello, time roll. Time roller. There we go. Yep, I got it. I know how to read words. Yes, a lot of people are playing Vantage. It's a game that I'm going to do a review after I finish my playthrough here. And for those who are watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching as always. If you're watching on Twitch, thank you for joining as well. Yeah, overall, I enjoy the experience conditionally, and I'll explain more on that later. But it happened to be at a store, and I bought it because I have no self-control. Okay, all right, but I'm trying to solve this puzzle here, and I'm trying to get all of the dice faces with the same in the same area. Rereading over the rules, it's main column style. I go clockwise. When I pick up all the die, I have to drop them one by one in the space. But rereading the rules is a part that I missed last time. I'm not going to mulligan it because I already mulliganed, I can skip spaces that have more than one dice of the same face and no other die. So what that means is that I can skip this one when I get to it. I think what I did earlier is I had a single one by itself and I skipped it. That was not according to the rules. So, so I have 6 moves. 6 moves to get this to be all faces of the same together. And I think red is the wild card because there's only one red here. So that's going to be frustrating. But there's 6 spaces, and there's 6 different types of faces. Wow, 6 spaces and 6 faces. Oh man, there's only a single purple and a single. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a nightmare. Okay. All right, so I need to get orange by itself, and blue by itself, and green by itself. And then the purple, the yellow, and the red are all floaters. I'm trying to plan this out because I only have 6 moves, and my brain doesn't work in a way that can puzzle this out perfectly without like physically moving stuff. Oh, actually, I'm going to use these tokens. Heck yeah. I'm not cheating. I'm playing by the rules. Nothing in the rules say I can't do a token representation of these things. So I'm going to do a token representation of these things because I do want to solve the puzzle. I could just fast forward and say I solved it, but I do want to have the serotonin associated with solving the puzzle, so therefore I will suffer. Hopefully I won't be suffering too long for everybody watching. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to skip forward. If you're watching on Twitch, you're stuck with me. And if you just listen to me in the background, thank you for watching as well, or listening. Hopefully this is helping you out with your chores and stuff, or things you're doing. All right. So I got 6 moves to get this into being the correct thing. Now, the hard part is I gotta remember what I'm doing. So I'm gonna use my handy dandy sketch pad, which I recommend. These are very cheap little sketch pads. Oh, sorry, this is very zoomed in. Sorry, but essentially these are very crappy writing implements, and I have them for my board game nights mainly because sometimes you need to write stuff down, do math. And sometimes people like to write stuff. They were like $10 for like 6 of them, so very cheap. But I'm gonna use this to write down what moves I'm making. Look at me, kind of over strategizing here, mainly because I'm bad at puzzles. I can do 15 puzzles pretty well. All right, let me stop yapping and start playing. So I see that I can skip over this one. And I already mentioned that the purple and the yellow are going to be kind of just floaters by themselves. So they have to be dealt with last. So early on, I need to get the orange and the yellows together. So I think to do that, what I need to do is I need to do this one first. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is going to number that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm going to do this one first. I'm going to drop it there and there. Oh, nope, I skipped that one. Yeah. Oh, okay, no, I want to do that. And that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So that's move 1. So I'm going to say 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm doing 3, and then 3 is going to be purple, skip, yellow. No, purple, skip, orange, skip, yellow. Okay. All right, and then next I'm going to do this one. Oh, that's going to suck. No, next I'm going to do this one then. So I'm going to do 2, and then I'm going to do green, blue, wait, green, blue? No, blue, green, blue. Okay. So 2 green, blue. And then after that, I'm going to do this one. So I'm going to do 4. And then 4 is going to be deluxe chits. That's a good question. So there are deluxe chits in this game. They are wooden pieces instead of cardboard for these. I ordered the player boards, and I ordered something else. I forgot what it was. But I did not get the chits because they were wooden pieces instead of plastic. I would rather have plastic pieces. I play Clinic a lot. Clinic is one of my top board games of all time. And in that game, there's a bunch of cardboard and wood. And cardboard versus wood doesn't change a ton. In hindsight, it's nice to have deluxified components. But for $20 for these wooden pieces, it didn't feel like it was worth it. Comparatively, the game Warp's Edge, they had plastic tokens, so I was hoping that they would do plastic tokens for this one too. And sorry, for those who are watching on YouTube later on, the question was coming from, oh man, Popular Cafe de Tourniquet. I probably pronounced that wrong. My apologies. I butchered that name. But they were asking, are there Dux components for these pieces, for the chits? And the answer is yes, they're wooden though, and I'm not a fan of the wooden pieces, so I didn't spend the $20 to purchase it. Okay, so we're doing this one, and we are doing purple. Nope, we're doing blue. Okay, and then we're doing purple. Then we're doing, oh, so close, green, orange. So B, P, G, O. Okay. All right, this is looking good. We're almost there. We're almost there. And then for this one, we're gonna do this one. So we're gonna do this is 6 o'clock. So we're doing 6, and 6 is going to be red, orange, no, wait, I said red, orange, nope, nope, bunch of nope. Okay, we're not gonna do 6, we're gonna do 1. So we're doing 1, and 1 is gonna be orange, green, blue. I was trying to get another color in here, because I don't want to break that up. Also, I think this spot is empty. Yeah, this spot is empty. So we're doing orange, green, blue. So I'm gonna have to waste a turn getting that to be by itself, but I think it should be good here. And then this is next to the last turn. So this one's gonna be 6. Oh, I didn't mark that down, did I? So this is orange, green, blue, and then this one's going to be 6. This is going to be red, orange, then skip, yellow, skip, purple. So red, orange, skip, Y, P, oh, yellow, skip, and then P. And then finally is going to be this one, which is going to be blue, skips, oh shoot, damn. Dang, I can't skip that one. I have to put it. Ah, this rule is so dumb. All right, we're almost there. We almost did it. We almost made it. All right, all right. We're gonna do one more reset, and then we're just gonna go. We're gonna do it live. We're just gonna do it live. The stress. I'm telling y'all, the stress is real. Because if I don't solve this puzzle, I'm gonna be stuck here for the entirety of the rest of the game. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So I need to end up with the ones. So I need to end up with all the clusters of colors together. I can't have any gaps in between them. Otherwise, we're gonna run into a lot of problems. So, knowing that, knowing that information, I need to figure out how to solve this. Oh, my brain. Okay. Okay, so these need to, they can't stay there. So it means orange needs to be here. So I'm gonna pick up this one. We're gonna do red, orange, like that. So 6 red, orange, okay. And then we're gonna go here. No, I can't do that one. I can go here and do yellow, orange. The pain. The pain. It feels like a simple puzzle, but it's not. I promise. This puzzle got hands. I can do this and then do green, purple. So this is 4 GP, green, purple. Oh, what am I doing? I can skip that spot. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I did that. I did skip that spot. So 4, skip, green, purple. So SGP, and then I need orange to be here then. So we'll do, this is 2. 6, 1, 2. This is 2. So 2, and then 2 will be blue, orange, skip, green. Blue, orange, skip, green. Okay, we almost got our lineup. And then finally, we are going to, this is on 4. Finally, we're going to do, no, we're going to do this one. This one, so that's a 3. I think I lost track of which ones are which. Pretty sure it's 3. So we're gonna do 3, and we're gonna do orange, blue, skip, yellow. So 3, orange, blue, skip, yellow. And then finally we pick up our last stack, and this should be game, because there's enough spaces for everything. We're gonna do, this is gonna be number 1, and we are yellow, purple, red, orange, blue. I think that works. All right, so that's what I'm just gonna go with that. I think that's correct. I might have messed up my order or something somewhere, but if I did, then I'll see if I die. All right. Whew. All right, let's go ahead and start. So we said this is 6, this is 1, and we're going clockwise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're doing 6, red, orange, okay. Then we're doing 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, green, purple. Oh, no, skip green, purple. So skip green, purple. Okay. And then we're doing 2, which is blue. Why am I doing blue there? Because I can just do green, orange, blue. Oh, I see, because I want green to be there. Okay, I see, that's why. So blue, orange, skip green, okay. And then we're doing number 3, which is here. And this one has orange, blue, skip yellow. And then, sorry, that was 1, 2, 3, that was 4. And then we're on number 5, which should be the solution. 5 is going to be yellow, red, orange, blue, skip purple. Whew. Okay. Whew. All right, we figured it out. Man, that took a lot of brain power. That took more brain power than it should have. The logic of it is that you have to get the colors together so you can take advantage of the skip and get them in the one place. Anyway, okay. All right, I got a solution. I figured it out. Oh, jeez, it took forever. All right. Woo, I survived. Yeah, look at me go. So let us go and figure out. The serotonin is rushing. Let me tell you, it feels good. Read entry 439 in the Book of Secrets. So let's go ahead and zoom back into our main board. Let's get this tidied up a little bit. I'm not dead yet. I almost died, but I'm still not dead yet. 439. 439, solution. Succeed if all dice of each type match, or sorry, if each type are in their own circle. If you succeed, lose card 802. I don't have 802. Oh, this is 802. Chicken. Lose card 802. No, I lost the card. And gain the Tome of Time, item 1004. Tome of Time, 1004. They made work for that one, man. Then go to an adjacent location of your choice. So I can go north, east, south, or west. Oh, it's not a location here. This goes away, doesn't it? Yeah, so this goes back. Because this was a time loop that I was stuck in. And then it says I can go to a location of my choice. I can go to either 440, 275, 438, or 159. I think I want to go south, so we're going to go to 438. Actually, didn't I just come from 438? Yeah, I came from 438. I don't want to go there. I want to go west. I want to go, no, I want to go east. Because I got to find this time race thing. So 275. 275. Here's two. Oh no, my spot. All right, 275. Boom. All right, we're still alive. We made it. We're not dead. I don't know how, but it took by the grace of whatever that was, I made it. Thank you, whiteboard, for helping me write that out. Okay. A radiant lotus seems to have no problem growing in the middle of the desert. A radiant lotus seems to have no problem growing in the middle of the desert. I'm going to go ahead and try to smell, because that's what my character would do, because my character is purple. So we're going to try to smell the lotus. So 275. 275. It's a purple action, so 275. Smell is a 1, so we're going to roll our 1. And we lose nothing. Nice. And a smell, 275. Smell the lotus. The lotus smells a bit of coconut. Gain 1 health from the purifying pollen, and you may also lose 1 curse. Nice. I'm almost maxed out on health. If you all look at my, oh, never mind, don't look at my overview. I was gonna say, if you look at my overview, which is my board disappeared, so let me refresh it. Oh no, did it freeze? Oh jeez. I think it's down. I don't know. My Raspberry Pi is not Raspberry Pi. And there we go. I found it. All right. So if we go over to the overview, you can see that my health is maxed out, and if I get more health, that'll be great. But we'll see. We'll see if that turns into good things or bad things. Sorry, got a message. 1 second. Boop. Okay, that's not relevant. Okay. Going back into Twitch, where I belong. I was doing something. I succeeded in the smell. It gained me a health. Oh, I was showing us our max health. Yeah, okay. I have max health. Yeah, I just want to show that. And I can cure curse, but I'm not cursed. And that's it. Okay, nothing else. So we're gonna keep going east. So 276 is what we're gonna go to next. We're gonna roll our movement die. Oh, that's the one I don't want to lose. Heck. The one I don't want to lose is that. All right, this is a travel. So we're gonna have to re-roll it and hope that we don't roll that again. Whew. Okay. All right. Oh man, that was tough. That was tough. I almost died. I almost died trying to walk. Trying to walk. All right, let's go to the next card. 276. Oh, oops. 2 sentients are playing a game of dice and cards in the sand. With a wall behind them, with the wall behind them and a gap behind you, you can feel cooler temperatures to the east and west. I feel like I'm going the wrong direction for the Senior Elemental. I feel like it's a lost cause on that guy. I can try to duel him. I mean, I get to use this cool fancy card. That's really it. Gain 1 fire, or gain 1 point per skill you don't have. That's fire. The mantle, give 1 die to the opponent. Then set X dice. X is the opponent's best skill type. I still don't know what that means. I'm not going to duel. It doesn't match the symbol anyway, so I cannot use my little elemental here for the duel because that's on the symbol, and there's that symbol. I don't want to die. Not trying to die here. So I will continue walking to the... Actually, I'm going to try to do a learn because I do need to try to get another thing. So I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn today. 276. $276. Oh gosh, it's a 4. All right, it's a 4. Learn how to play the game. Skill check 4. I have nothing that I can do to reduce this or change this, so whatever I roll is what I roll. And that's not quite death, but it's close. It's close. Oh, no, that was a time. Yeah, that was a time. Sorry. Yeah, that's not death because I can put this here and I can put this here, but it does return these and I do need to reset on those, but I got to re-roll. So I did successfully learn the game. So I did learn to play the game. The Sentients take a break to explain basic information about the world's oldest game. They roll a few die, then each player selects one card from their collection for a brief duel against their opponent. Then you gain ability 1499, nice, and gain either 1 energy or 1 overpower. You may continue. Okay, 1499. That's a good price. 1499. Boom, there we go. Ooh, look at that. It's a nice little cool looking card. It's an ability, I can duel. So duel, if interacting with the Sentients, sorry to read this. If interacting with the Sentients, place card 798 on the table. It's a large card and follow its instructions. So I can duel, all right. I think I will duel. I'm just gonna duel. Why not? Because I got duel here, so I can duel this person. Oh man. Okay, cool. Yeah. This is fun. I want to try to duel these guys though, because I can continue, so I can interact with it again. I'm gonna duel here since they just taught me the rules, and doesn't look good. So when I duel, am I doing this? Am I dueling with this? I'm confused. This card says, if interacting with the Sentient, place this card on the table. It's a large card and follow its instructions. Okay, I'm gonna duel, which is an overpower action for 276. I got a card, so I might do something. 276, duel the Sentients in their dice game. The Sentients eagerly show off their vast collection of cards, and the gold Sentient accepts your offer to duel. Place card 798 on the table. It's a large card and follows instructions using card 1521 as the impotent card. I don't understand what's the difference between this duel and that duel. Sure. Got it. I think that's just a generic duel. I don't know. So I'm getting card 798. That's apparently the dual card, which is on the back of one of these big cards. 798. Ooh. Oh, that's 800. That's, you didn't see that. You didn't see that? Oh gosh, there's text. There's so much text on this card. Oh, Jesus. I'm overwhelmed with text. All right, let's go ahead and zoom in. So we can read this text-heavy card here. Oh, there's my hair. Just making a nice little visitation here. So this one says a skirmish. This is a skirmish multiplayer rules. It says if this is your first skirmish duel, gain Destiny 1603, place it in the center, and find cards 1517 through 1528. Wait, no, I'm not doing a skirmish, I'm doing a duel. Wait. Cool, 798 is double-sided, and there's no number on this side, so let me read back over here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Place card 798, that's this card. It's a large card, and follow its instructions using card 1521 as an opponent. Okay, so I'm doing the solo rules, since I'm playing solo, not multiplayer. 1521. It's 1521. And it says gold. Oh, nice. Gain 1 point per dice pair. Okay, so this is my opponent. I'm just gonna put it in my area down here. All right. If your opponent activates their ability first, your opponent gains one random skill. Sorry. When playing solo, the sentient opponent isn't controlled by a human, and they ignore the ability on their card. Okay. If your opponent activates their ability first, your opponent gains one random skill. If your opponent activates their ability last, your opponent gains 1 point. Then roll a challenge die and resolve the corresponding rule from the table below. If a rule identifies multiple valid skill types, skill types of which one must be chosen, use the one that is leftmost in the list. Okay. If no valid options are identified, nothing happens. All right. I don't understand what's going on, but let me go back and read the other side. If this is your first skirmish duel, gain Destiny card 1603. So we do gain 1603. This is my first duel. I still don't know what's going on, but okay. Learning in real time, y'all. Real time. It's the fun part, playing board games together. So I gain this card. This is a Destiny, and this one says win at least one duel. Win at least one duel, one per player. Track progress here. If you do, you may complete the Destiny by reading 1603. This one's achieve legendary acclaim. Win at least one duel, plus one per player. Okay, see, so I need to win 2. And that's one of the Destinies that we can get. It's cool. Also, another thing happened, and I'll zoom out. I don't have a great way to show this, but we have a full grid. The full grid just happened. So when the first player shows a full grid, what does it say? The first time a player has a full grid, gain Destiny 1705. So we do gain Destiny 1705. That's the in-game one. I've seen that one many a times in my playthroughs. Finesse. And going back to our zoomed in camera, this one is survive until help arrives. When the player enters, why does it seem blurry? It seems blurry. Is it just me, or is this blurry? Okay, it wasn't just me, it was blurry. Got it. All right, survive until help arrives. When a player ends their turn, you may add 1 token here. If you do, they gain 1 boost to the character. The game ends if there are 6 tokens here. Read 17 blah 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 in the Book of Secrets. All right, so we're getting close to the end of the game, which is nice. Especially considering all the madness that I had to survive. All right, continuing with this so I can try to figure out what this is going on. If this is your first skirmish, so we gain Destiny and find cards 1517 through 1528. So 1517. All right, 1517 through 1528. Oh, I see. Okay, I don't do this because my opponent is 1521. I see. Okay, I don't do that part. Never mind, I lied. These cards can remain in a deck on the table with the rules cards for now, from now on. With this rule card from now on. Oh, I see. So I do need those. Shoot. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it through this. All right. So these are the cards that I haven't pulled out. These ones here. This looks like trading cards. Total 12 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and this is number 12. Sorry, this over here is number 12. This is the one that it told me for this guy that I'm fighting to put in there. So let's put it right there. This is getting very messy. Actually, let me just go ahead and zoom down to our area of building things. Trying to keep everything on screen above, but it makes more sense to keep it down here. Okay. All right, continuing with our read along. Okay, so we got that. Both duelists roll 6 skill dice, then simultaneously reveal one skirm card. The duelist with the highest speed skirm card, the number at the, oh, this is for multiplayer rules, okay. So I need to go back to solo. Okay, when playing solo, the sentient opponent isn't controlled by a human, and they ignore, okay, well, I guess sorry. That part's not clear. It's not clear if I still go through this or if not. I'm assuming I still do, so I'm just gonna still do. So let's still do. It says both duelists roll 6 skill dice, then simultaneously reveal 1 skirm card. The duelist with the highest speed skirm card, the number in the upper left of each card. If tied, the higher card ID number goes first. For a faster, more luck-based. Did I say luck-based? All right, there we go. That's a little bit better. For a faster, more luck-based version of skirm, skip this step, and first duelist activates their card's ability. The text at the bottom of the card next to the top icon, followed by their opponent. Unless otherwise noted, abilities refer to your skill dice. Oh, sorry, refer to your dice and skills. A duelist's best skill type is their most abundant skill on dice and on the card. Okay. I see. So this card, for instance, starts with a green and a orange. So when I roll the die, if they end up with like three orange dice, 1 purple, 1 red, and 1 yellow, then their best skill is going to be 4 orange. Okay, I'm following that part. Compare each skill type, your dice plus the skills printed on the upper left of each card, and award 1 point per type. For example, if a duelist has 2 blue and a duelist has duelist A has 2 move actions, or 2 move symbols, blue, and a duelist B has 4 blue, then duelist B has 1 point. Ties award 0 points. Each skirm card also has additional scoring, explained above the card's ability, the text without an icon. So this one says gold, gain 1 point per dice pair. The duelist with the most points wins. If tied, the duelist who went first wins. If you win the duel, gain $2. Win or lose, gain a random card from the skirm spoiler pack of your to your reserve. Your entire skirm collection counts as only 1 reserve card. If the opposing sentient won, the player acting on their behalf gains 2 overpower, and they don't keep a skirm card. Okay. All right. That was a lot of reading. That was a lot of reading for something that seems pretty simple. Now all things considered. So cool. All right. So we're doing solo. If the opponent activates their ability first, your opponent gains 1 random skill. If your opponent activates their ability last, your opponent gains 1 point. What? Then roll a challenge die and resolve the corresponding rule from below. If the rule identifies multiple valid skill types, then do the thing. All right. Your opponent's scoring roll. Oh gosh. Your opponent's scoring rule. When your opponent gets points from their scoring rules, they get the points you would have gotten if you had scored the rule instead of your own. What? That part's I'm not understanding that part. It says your opponent's, oh man, I wasn't planning on doing like a teach in the middle of the play, but this is something that just popped up. So hey, your opponent's scoring rule. When your opponent gets points from their scoring rule, they get the points you would have gotten if you had scored that rule instead of your own. Okay, so I guess it's saying it's using my rolls to see if they score. So when I roll, then and I get a pair, for instance, then they're going to get a point, as if they were using my roll. I think that's what it's trying to tell me. All right, that was thoroughly confusing. So let's go ahead and do our duel. So I'm doing a duel, and it says here on the duel card, it says that if interacting with a sentient, place card 798 on the table. It's a large card and follow its instructions. I'm not doing a duel here. I'm doing a duel from the book, but the book told me to do duel slightly different. So it's 276, and it says the sentient eagerly shows off their vast collection, blah, blah, blah. And then place card this on the table. It's a large card and follows instructions using card this as the opponent's card. Okay. All right, so it's going to be my card. Wait, oh, I can pull out this card. Yeah, I can use this card instead of one of these random trash cards. These are the other cards here. Sorry, I'm showing too much, but this just sounds like, oh, do I shuffle these? Oh gosh, okay, it's his own little deck, so I'm definitely sleeving those. Because that didn't feel good to sleeve or to shuffle unsleeved cards. All right, so we're doing a solo skirmish. I don't think I'm going to lose any health or anything, so that's good. That's pretty good. So what do we do here? Yeah, it says unless the dual action lists a specific card, randomize skirmish cards with this and remove one of them face down on the table to represent your opponent's card. Another player acts on behalf of the sentient opponent. If you have yet to collect your skirm card, randomly gain one from the remaining cards in the duel deck. So I already have a skirm card, so I get to use my own. Both duelists roll 6 skill die, then simultaneously reveal one skirm card. The duelist with the highest speed skirm card, the number in the upper left. So mine's gonna probably win because it's a high number. So see, I need 6. Oh, it says skill die. Sorry, skill die. Man, it's got really complicated really fast. So I'm gonna switch over cameras, and we're gonna roll 6 skill die. Okay. And we got 2 pairs, 3 pairs, nice. Okay, this is what we just got. Okay, so that is our pairings there. So we got this many pairs, and it says, so I get to go first because I have a higher speed on my card. The number in the upper left represents this. If tied, the person with the higher ID goes. I don't think I have an ID, but it doesn't matter. I'm a 6, so I'm super fast. Fast as heck, boy. And then compare each skill type, your dice, plus your skills printed on the upper left of each card to award 1 point per type. For example, if Duelist A has 2 blue and Duelist B has 4 blue, then Duelist B gains a point. So they're gonna get from my roll here. So for me, I have 3 red and 1 yellow, and 2 blue and 2 purple. And then my skill down here says gain 1 point per skill type you don't have. So I don't have orange, and I don't have green. And I also, what's that? No, it's 1, 2, 3. I don't have yellow. So I get 3 points. Nice. That's nice. So I'll be gaining 3 points. Because I don't have those 3. Well, the point counter there. And then my opponent is going to get 1 point per dice pair, which they're going to get 3 points as well. That's not great. Oh, no. I don't only get 2 points. Shoot, that's not good. Because I have a yellow there. But my opponent's still going to get 1 dice per... or sorry, gain 1 point per dice pair, and they have 3 pairs because of what I rolled. That's dumb. Anywho. Okay, what else? So Mantle says give 1 dice to opponent, then set X dice. X is opponent's best skill type. So, I mean, I guess I can still use my effects here. So I can give one dice to an opponent, then set X die, where X is opponent's best skill type. So I have to give one of my die to the opponent. So if I do that, then I get to set X to the opponent's best skill type. I guess that lets me get more, or it lets me get rid of stuff. Okay. I think I'm understanding what that is. So my opponent's best skill type in this case is going to be a tie, a 3-way tie between red, blue, and purple, if I'm not mistaken, because the opponent, the AI, is using my dice. So I would basically give them one of my dice, and then I would get, in this case, I would get another purple, which wouldn't do anything. So, okay. All right. Clear as mud. Clear as mud. All right. If you win the duel, gain $2. Win or lose, gain a random card from the Skirm spoiler pack to your reserve. And then, so basically, I'm going to win a card. It's basically, am I going to win a card and $2, or am I just going to win a card? I think I'm just going to win a card because they kicked my butt here with my cards. My ability doesn't do anything for me. Oh, no. I misread. Okay. This is actually better for me. Yeah. So I can, so in this, I'm skill issue, definitely skill issue. So Mantle says give 1 die to the opponent. So I get to give them 1 die, and then set X dice, where X is the opponent's best skill type. So in this case, I get to set 2 die because the opponent's best skill type is going to be purple. And because of that, I can set 2 of my dice to whatever I want. Okay, I see. I'm picking up what they're putting down, which is good because I can use that to break their victory they have over me. So I can use that to do, like, I can set this to yellow, like that. And then that's going to give me a pair there and a pair there. And then I can set this one to blue, like that. So now my opponent has only, my opponent has 0 points. So they gain 1 point per, they get 1 point for that pair. And then they get nothing else. So I would end up winning because I now have 1 pair, I have 3 pairs. So I have 3 pairs, and my ability helps me win that. My opponent does not use their skill, but what happens, they activate second. So if your opponent activates last, your opponent gains 1 point. Oh, okay, that's rude. Then roll a challenge die and resolve the corresponding rule below. Okay. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. I'm re-rolling that because you couldn't see it. Sorry. Just gotta be honest here. This is a challenge die. I'm gonna roll it, and it is landing on the line. Okay, bring it back over here. So I rolled the line, and the line says your opponent gains 1 random skill. Okay. So my opponent gains 1 random skill. I'm just gonna roll it here. Gain a green. That's not good. So now they have another point. Okay. All right. Got it. So now we're 3 and 3, and if there's a tie, there's 0 points, is what it said. It says when your opponent gets points from their scoring rule, they get the points you would have gotten if you had scored that rule instead of your own. Okay, right. They're using my dice. I got that part. I understand that part now. The duelist with the most points wins. If tied, the duelist who went first wins. Oh, I win. Hey. Okay, let me double check. So this is a match 1, match 2, and then they got a default 1 for being AI. And I ended up getting... Oh, I don't get things for pairs. Sorry, I was doing that so wrong for myself. I still have 3 points. But it's not because of what I was doing just now. It was because of this. So I gain 1 point per skill type you don't have. So in this case, I have 1, 2, 3 because I don't have orange, green, or purple. I have blue, I have red, and I have yellow, which is why I wanted to match those up. Okay, and then I kind of messed with their stuff because they didn't have the pairs anymore. All right. Wow. Oh, man, that was intense. Come on, Stonemaier. You can't be throwing like games inside of your game. All right, so I end up winning that one, and my victory is going to be, what do I win again? It says, if you win the duel, gain $2, so I'm gonna get $2. Gain a random card from the Skirm spoiler pack, so I get to gain another one from here, spoiler pack. Ooh, that was pretty. Again, this art's very pretty. I like the art here. And this one says gain 1 point per skill of opponent's best type. Nice. Then mantle. So they have the same ability of mantle. So it seems like these guys in the Skirm pack are just pretty broken. Pretty darn good. Nice. And it says gain a random card from the spoiler pack. And if your opponent sentient 1, the player acting on their behalf gains this. Yep. Okay, cool. They don't get a Skirm card. All right, so that card goes back into the stack of Skirms. All right, and like I said, I'm going to sleeve these, not right now, but I'm definitely going to sleeve those since those are special cards. Now I know about that. I'll put these to the side over here. Whew, that was confusing. So, we've established nothing. I got $2. That's what I got from that. And we're at the first end of turn here. First of 6. And that's going to give me a cube over there and a cube over here. Now, the question is, can I survive? Can I not die? So I did a duel. That was fun. I can do another duel up here to kind of just pass time. It'll just take me up against a random opponent and do solo so I can kind of, you know, get my skills going. I don't know if it's worth it. Oh, it is worth it, actually. Hold on. Yeah, it's worth it. Because if I do, well, no, it's not really worth it. I can try to duel, my buddy here. I'm gonna try to duel my buddy here, since I know how to duel now. That's right, I know how to duel. Put me in, coach. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Oh, this was here, wasn't it? Sorry, the Tome of Time, I got it, I didn't put the cubes on it. So win place, gain a cube here per this type of card. I only have 1. Oh, I have 2, nice. And then I can spend one of these, and this is a player rolls 3 skill dice. If all results are different, the player gains time. Oh, nice. Cool. Cool. Oh, and I got a blue travel thing now. Nice. I didn't have a chance to read all that earlier because I was getting lost in the sauce on these rules for the duels. Wow, rhymes. Okay, all right. So we did that. That was fun. I still need to head east with the racer to vicariously complete the time trial. The trial of speed. Oh, and I won my first duel. So that means that I get to put a cube over here. It says win 1 duel, 1 per player, and then track progress here. If you do, you may complete the destiny by reading. Oh man, I can actually end the game that way too. It's a solo game, so I only need to do 2 duels. I got that victory from what I just did. And I can try to duel this guy. I can try to duel my companion here, my sentient companion, and try to achieve legendary acclaim. I think I will try that. I'm gonna try that. All right, this is getting silly. So I'm gonna try to duel my companion here. So we're gonna do a duel for 1340. So it's a 1 to do the duel. So I'm gonna roll the 1 die. This could still murder me. It does not murder me, thank goodness. So it goes over there. And we do successfully initiate the duel with the sentient of 1340. And it says the sand sentient eagerly reveals a full, well-worn skirm card. Gain 1 boost on the sentient. Nice. That's cool. Gain 1 boost on the sentient. And then it says, then place card the one that we had for our rules on the table. I got $2 from the last one, so I'm gonna put this over here, my cash. Put that card on the table, and then place card 1524 as the opponent's card. You can win the sentient again. You can duel the sentient again in the future, only if you win. Huh? That's confusing. See, I feel like it should say you can duel the sentient again in the future only if you lose. But it says only if you win. Alright, well, I guess I don't need to lose, because then it'll be like my one chance. If I win this duel, though, I do get to end the game, potentially. 1524. Alright, so we're going to get the other camera, point it back down where it was. Alright. And we're going to go ahead and find our card 1524. Oh, is it the same one I thought? No, it's different. Oh gosh, it's a 12. Ooh. Ooh. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Alright, this is going to be rough. This is going to be rough. This is going to be a rough duel. Alright. Pikachu, I choose you. I'm going to choose my my new fancy one that I just got. So this one's energy. Gain 1 point per skill your opponent's best type. And this one says gain 1 point per skill you don't have. So if my opponent ends up getting a lot of matches, that's going to be good. But I can use Mantle to help me out. All right. So these are the two that are dueling, that are facing off. And as customary with the duel, what happens is the first thing that I do, after we reveal, whoever's faster goes first. So my opponent is going to be going first. They're a 12 and I'm a 10. Actually, no, we roll first, right? It says both duelists roll 6 skill die, then simultaneously reveal 1 skirm card. The duelist with the highest speed skirm card. The number in the upper left goes for, oh, okay, well, they're going to go first regardless. So I got to roll these 6 die for the opponent. And myself. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. That roll doesn't count because you guys weren't looking at it. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's not that the roll's bad or I hated it. It's just that I want to make sure it's on camera. Okay. Oh, nice. Triples. Okay. Oh, that was a green. That was a green. We saw it. Okay, so this is the roll that we're going to be working with. And I might have to do some swapping here, but all right, let's go and switch back. So this is our roll, and my opponent goes first. Your opponent gains 1 random skill. So they're going to gain 1 random skill. They're going to gain a green. So they're going to have 6 skills instead of, 7 skills instead of 6. So that seems fair. Okay, and then afterwards it says, so they went first, they gained a random skill. Oh, I see, so they don't do all this down here then. So my opponent won't do all this because they went first. So they just gain a random skill, which is still kind of broken. All right, so this one says sand. Gain 1 point per skill type that doesn't match this. What is this? Is this one of these? It's so confusing. It says gain 1 point per skill type that doesn't match this. What is this? I'm assuming this is green or blue. So they're going to get 3 points, which that sounds like a lot, but yeah, we're going to get 3. That's how I'm reading that, because it just says this. You see, it says this. It doesn't say what this is, but what even is this? All right, and then over to me, I go second, so now I get to activate. So my opponents already scored their points. Oh, actually, I gotta see the phasing on that. Hold on. When does that happen? It says both duels roll 6 dice. For a faster, or more luck-based version, skip the step. For the duels that activates their ability. Unless otherwise noted, abilities refer to your dice and skills. A duelist's best skill type is their most abundant skill. On the card, on dice and on card. Compare your skill type, your dice. Wait, why did it say? The first duelist activates their card's ability, so they did. The text at the bottom of the card next to the icon, so they're not going to do this because they're a bot. Then their opponent, so I get to activate mine. So I get to do this before the scoring happens. Okay, that's what I want to see. All right, so they don't have 3 yet. So I can activate Mantle, give 1 die to the opponent, and then set X, where X equals the opponent's best skill type. So I'm going to give my opponent that die, and then I'm going to take advantage of the fact that they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get to manipulate all my dice to be the same thing. And this says gain 1 point. Gain 1 point per skill of opponent's best type. Oh my gosh, yes. So we're gonna set green, green. It's all green now. It's all green. Yes. Look at me breaking the game here. This is overpowered abilities. Okay. And that is it. So that is me doing my ability. My opponent has done their ability, which is to roll a die because they're a bot. And then we go to the opponent scoring. When your opponent gets points from their scoring rule, they get points. They get the points you would have gotten if you had scored the rule instead of your own. And then I don't understand what this is. This is Blade and Cloak. What does that mean? Oh, I see, I see. So this is just if those words of Blade and Cloak come up. That's what that means. So this is Tome, Sand. This one's Mantle, Energy. Okay. All right. So Blade and Cloak, I'm not doing those. So we're just scoring our opponent. Our opponent is going to score a grand total of. It says gain 1 point per skill type that doesn't match this. They get 0. They get 0, right? That's what it means. That's how I'm going to interpret it. I don't know if that's what that means. You know, hey, Stillmeyer, if you're watching this video and you're you're watching this whole entire thing, please let me know if that's correct. I'll check on Board Game Geek to get some clarification on the skirms. But yeah, okay. All right, so I'm interpreting that as gain 1 point per skill type that doesn't match this. And when it says this, I'm assuming this is one of their skills. Okay, actually, let me check the Book of Secrets, because I really don't want to play that wrong, because like otherwise he's gonna score 0 points and I'm gonna get 1 billion points. I mean, I'm okay with that. Don't get me wrong, but all right, skirm. Doesn't say anything there. Let's see, sand. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up how does sand work, because that's really not helping. It says gain 1 point per skill type that doesn't match this. And I'm assuming this is green or blue, because there is no sand skill, and there's no other symbols on that card. Their card. So, all right, they get 0 points, and I will get 1 point per skill of opponent's best type. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will take my 7 points. Look how overpowered I am. Heck yeah. Look at that, 7 points. And then I'm going to get $2 more. And most importantly, I'm going to get another mark on my little thing over there. So here's my $2 for victory. And I get another skirm card. I get a skirm card from where again? The spoiler pack, right? Yeah, I get a skirm card from the spoiler pack. So I'm gonna sleeve these cards for sure. All right, oh, that guy looks cool. So it's a stone, gain 3 points if you have all 6 skill types. Okay. Tools, set up to 3 dice. Sorry, set up to 3 dice to different faces, each unique. Nice. So I now got another card. I got $2 more, and like I said, most importantly, I got another points for being legendary. Thanks, ally. And I'll get another cube over here. And I will zoom in for this one so we can all read it together. Let me just use the same spot here. So we'll switch our cameras back over. So this one says win at least 1 duel, +1 per player. So I needed to win 2, and I just won my second one. Bam. Track progress here. If you do, you may complete the destiny by reading 1603 in the Book of Secrets. Ooh, let's see what this says. 1603. My first destiny completion. 1603. Each of you have earned glory and renown, whether from helping a sentient in the world or winning a duel. Having achieved something important to you, you rest peacefully, knowing that you are enough. The game ends, and you achieve an epic victory. If you have also, you achieve an epic victory if you have also completed a mission. I did not complete a mission, so it's just the game ends. Otherwise, it is impressive that you survived long enough to control your destiny, and your knowledge of the planet will benefit you in the future. Woo! All right, and that's it. That's it. The game is... Oh, the camera is stuck. There we go. The game is over. I have successfully won the game by winning a Yu-Gi-Oh match. By winning a Magic the Gathering match. This is a hilarious way for this one to end, especially considering how dire things were, and I actually died basically and came back alive, thanks to the grace of my own opinions. Sounds fun. It's kind of cool to have like this little skirmish game. Though. That was neat. It's a little confusing with how it was worded, but once I got through the struggle of understanding what it was saying, it all made sense. I'm definitely going to sleeve these cards, but these are my 3 skirm cards. Look at my skirm collection. Look at that. I got me, oh, they don't have names. Oh, that's dumb. You should have names. Come on. You could throw a name on there. Skolor. Rock Dude. Beatrice. I don't know. Okay. All right. All right, I'm having too much fun with this. Okay. All right, so that's the game ended in a success, ended in a victory. I survived by achieving or accomplishing one of my destinies. It was not an epic victory. I did not do a mission and that. I just, successfully played dice and played some cards. And yeah, that's how the game ended. So I don't really have anything else to say outside of I enjoyed this experience. I do feel like this one was a little bit long in the tooth, but I felt like it kind of revived itself a little bit once I got past the dread of dying. I already knew that ahead of time that once you reach 0, it doesn't mean you die immediately. It just means that there's a chance you'll die or the game will end. But I do like the fact that the game kind of gave me the option saying, hey, if you want to continue, you can continue. So I'll talk about that a little bit in the review, probably in the spoiler section. But yeah, that was pretty fun. So yeah, all right, that's my playthrough. That's all the glory of me struggling to do puzzles and struggling to learn new rules mid-game. As you can see, my live streams that I do on Twitch are just like that, where I'm trying to learn rules and it's like, oh my gosh, what's happening? I don't understand. Words are hard. It's so hard to read. It's not that reading is hard. It's just sometimes focusing on what the rules are saying is a little difficult. It's not quite dyslexia. It's just more of a lack of desire to focus long enough, which is why videos are great. Again, shout out to Rodney from Watch It Played. His video is great for learning how to play his game. Hopefully you all who have joined me through this journey have learned how to play the game from here, at least learned enough to know that, hey, this game is enjoyable, this game has a lot going on, and oh, okay, that did not work out the way I wanted it to. Sorry, 1 second. and that you too. Oh, okay, all right. Sorry. I was trying to get that to switch without it doing that on camera, so it wouldn't like hurt anybody's face or eyes or motion sickness and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video there. I will be doing a review, so feel free to check out the video for my review. If you've watched me do the playthrough, you kind of know my feelings about the game, but I'll summarize everything in the review. Hopefully it'll be nice and succinct and together. And that's it. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you all whenever.